Welcome in, early heads. Welcome in, early heads. Thank you, Jaeger, for starting us off with that beautiful Jaeger. Welcome in. You're very quiet today, chatters. Enjoy a little bit of music before we go full on in and stop being motherfucking weird. Whoppa! Ide. Yeah, girl, let's fucking go, baby. Thank you very much. DJ Hugo tuning in right before Political Hugo comes through the door. Let's fucking go, baby. Let's fucking go. No, my friend, weird. Neurodivergent does not count for weird. I'm talking about the creepy weird. I'm talking about the sexualized weird. I'm talking about the fuck that shit weird. Udri. He's a natural. Chat, why is this you and me on screen? Regular human, natural ball. Regular human top. This is why I'm 6'3", baby. Welcome, my beautiful chatters, to yet another beautiful day with your boy Hugo. How are we all doing this fine evening, morning / afternoon? I'm doing well. I have nacho chips, God bless the goddamn state of Mexico for inventing these goddamn things. It's probably more complicated and comes from many multiple places, but I say that all of human civilization has started in Mexico and it will end in Mexico. Viva Mexico. So yeah, my motherfucking Tuesday is going great. I have a mouthful of chips. I have freshly baked coffee. I have a normal, fuck you chatters, normal human-sized water cup, okay? I am not buying a Stanley. I will drink from what was probably, before I bought it, used to put plants or water plants, etc., etc. You're even baked. Very nice. I baked. The coffee you mean, or you're baked. Will you cover the EU Trump-China debacle? I don't think we have enough information on it yet, but I could. Why not? Today's casual Tuesday. I might cover that tomorrow. For a water pitcher, cup, that's fine. Yes, my friend. I need everything triple XL size, okay? It is the poison of the large man, okay? I cannot fit in anything. It is quite difficult. The only Stanley I like is Stanley. Rest in peace, Jesus Christ. Anyways, what's up, guys? We're waking up to some weird shit, okay? I am not informed enough on any of this weird shit. But apparently it's really weird shit, okay? So, PSA to everyone. We might joke around here on You Got Twitch. We might drop the Gooner joke from time to time. We might dabble in slight bro subculture, but it is always underpinned by mutual respect and a key thesis that should be shared amongst every leftist from here to Timbuktu and over to Tokyo and all the way to Los Angeles. And you know what that is, my beautiful chatters? You know what it is? Okay. Thank you, Horse Beef. What's up, big guy, as well? That is, be fucking normal. Be fucking normal and relatively regulated, okay? And treat other people the way you would like to be treated. Do not manipulate others because you have a imbalanced power dynamic or whatever. And if you really like someone or want to interact with someone that happens to be in the digital sphere or maybe even out on the street, there are perfectly normal, okay, ways for you to proceed and do that, okay? So creepy is also a Marxian connotation, if we want to call it that. And there's one little thing called a basic human instinct that starts screaming like fucking crazy when you have a non-normal creeper idea in your head. Starts screaming at you not to do it. So I would like to encourage all of us to now breathe in, breathe out, and listen to that voice. Listen to that voice. Let me say it one more time. Listen to that voice. And don't be a fucking freakazoid, okay? Especially if you have developed this or that sort of platform, which says that it speaks in the name of many other so-called progressive socialist communists, call it whatever you want. Okay? We got that clear? We're going to talk about the guy who shot up the NFL corporate headquarters? Maybe. I mean, it's just another day in the States. Another guy with a gun walked into a place and shot a bunch of motherfuckers. Is that news? Is that news, though? Is that news, though? You know, is that news, though? Is it really news, though? The rage bait, though. The rage, lol, hiding power levels. I got it. Yeah. Same guy just dropped. Too many guys. Just a day that ends in Y. Absolutely. But yeah, stop being weird. Don't be weird. It is not that deep. It is one of the rare things that are not that deep. It is really not that deep. It is really not that deep. It is not difficult to not be weird. And some chatter in the beginning was like, oh, well, I am neurodivergent. Can I just be weird a little bit? This is not what we're talking about when we say weird, okay? Okay? This is not fun weird. This is not silly weird. This is not, let's have 7 shots instead of 3 weird, okay? This is not the party weird. This is dark thoughts going through your brain that can be with sexual context, with non-sexual context, but usually involves some sort of exploitation of power that you forget about taming inside of you and then going out and doing any of this shit. I've talked about this so many times back when with the sex destiny shit, etc., etc. It's not that deep. It's really not. If you choose to do shit like this, doesn't matter what type of person you are, and you choose to utilize the fact that somebody's a fan, that somebody's a regular listener or viewer, that somebody has maybe developed some sort of parasocial relationship with you as a tool and as a means to get in their pants, especially when it's proactive from your side, it's fucking freaky, okay? It's fucking freaky and not in a cool way. If they're reaching out and so on, I would go as far as saying that it's also kind of freaky as well, okay? You should, unless, I don't know, you're really into that person on the other side, even though that's, it's problematic to an extent as well, you should respectfully decline to continue interacting with them. Especially under the context of not even knowing other people's true identity, other people's age, other people's material conditions at the time, etc., etc. This is not, doing classic libbed up, empty gesturing, or talking about shit like a fucking, with celebrity age gaps or shit like this. This is me just being very honest and human with you when I tell you that it is, for a normal person, what happens is 1,000 bells start ringing in your ears that you maybe should not reply to that DM, that maybe you should not reply to that nude that somebody randomly sent you, or in the contrary, to really, really not go ahead and hit up people that are in your, let's call it, environment. Especially when it comes to audiences, especially when it comes to people who have developed platforms that try to agitate for some sort of, better future, better world, more advanced ideas of what, interhuman interaction is supposed to be, what our moral compass is supposed to be, etc., etc. Because, for example, you won't catch me here sitting and talking about some right-winger that is utilizing their platform in order to get laid and hitting up people and sending fucking videos and images to them unsolicited, etc., etc., because that's what right-wing people do, okay? They do it for the power trip. They do it for the grift. They do it in order to feel big and strong and manly and dominant and somewhere higher up in the hierarchy, etc., etc. The only reason I'm bringing all of this up, I don't know how much of this is confirmed, how much it is not confirmed. I'm not talking about a particular individual. I am talking about this case that keeps fucking repeating itself, which is sex pesty motherfuckers in leftist circles. What's the difference between a sex pest in leftist circles and a sex pest in right-wing circles? In right-wing circles, it's just a continuation of their ideology. They are not hypocrites, okay? It's just continuation of the basis of their ideology. Use whatever means you can in order to gather more power. Use that power in order to dominate and take. So sex pests in the right wing, duh. People being mind blown by the Epstein files. We, of course, should maximize, the Epstein files in order to, ruin them in the eyes of regular people, but it's far from a surprise that a bunch of billionaires are pedophiles. Mind blow, who the fuck would have thunk, right? But in leftist circles, it is problematic not simply from the perspective of, creepy behavior. It's not only problematic from the perspective of, somebody being like overtly sexual and like just fucking, making everything about fucking and like grinding and about right? It's problematic from a simple ideological rule perspective, which is what? Which is, depending on what you do with a platform or an audience or an organization that you've managed to develop that is trying to enact a quote-unquote better world, you utilizing that for other purposes immediately screams grift, immediately screams hypocrisy, and most importantly, immediately screams that you had ulterior motives for why you're doing it. A very simple example I can give you, beautiful chatters, right? There's a difference between two identical, for example, white dudes, okay? And one being an active feminist in his workplace, in the treatment of his partner, in the treatment of, every woman, and of course, every man in his environment as equals and as equally valuable when it comes to their contribution through labor, intellectual labor, blah blah blah. You get my fucking point. A practice, like two of the same dude, a practicing feminist, and then a feminist that constantly keeps telling you that he's a feminist when he's surrounded by women that he is very obviously interested in having sex with. Okay, that's the two differences. Both of those dudes are calling themselves a feminist. One is acting on his beliefs and not just fucking talking about it, while the other one seems to be only doing it as a grift in order to get laid. I hope I'm explaining myself properly. So, when somebody has a very large digital leftist platform, doesn't matter who they are, if they are actively using it for anything except putting food on their table and making their platform as bigger as possible and louder as possible and as contributive to the greater fucking idea as possible, it is a little bit fucking strange because it shows ulterior motives. It shows that people that they are pursuing fame for fame's sake, which includes extra stuff, at least they expect, such as getting laid, and not because of the goal in on itself. Right? That's the reason I'm trying to not stir the conversation away from sex, pesty stuff, blah, blah, blah. There's much smarter people, especially women, that can talk about this much better than I can, of course, because they fucking lived through it probably 10,000 fucking times. What I'm trying to contextualize under an ideological framework is that it immediately is a massive red flag on why you're doing what you're doing in the fucking first place. And if there's a red flag showing that you're doing it for just for fame, maybe your audience should become a little bit more skeptical. In some good news, I told my bosses that their decision to move the schedule around was a terrible decision 3.5 months ago, and now I'm hearing they're reversing said decision. Good for you, Barry. Hell fucking yeah. One-man union reversing what his entire corporate office is doing. That's my man. That's my man. Thank you, brother. What's up, Robo? What's up, guys? It's Casual Tuesday. Welcome in. We're dropping some tea, okay? We're dropping some Marxian tea. We're sipping on it, and we're dropping it. We're sipping on it, and we're dropping it, okay? But we're trying to contextualize it outside of just a liberal, moral framework of what is good, what is bad. I am being a disgusting male pragmatist here, okay? And the pragmatism is exactly what I just told you. When motherfuckers be using their popularity to get laid, to enter like mainstream halls of power, without the longer goal in mind, etc., it's showing that they're doing it for the fame itself, not for the purpose. I'm tired, man. I know people who are online aren't a reflection of the IRL person, and I know from personal experience that men hide what they're doing to their partner from their friends. It's just like, I always thought if we had the same foundational beliefs that they'll respect other humans, but like, I don't want to be distrusting, but like I realize that even people with leftist ideologies that I should have my guard up for safety. You're half right, my friend. Remember what I just said. If somebody tells you that they're a feminist, if somebody tells you that they're a communist, if somebody tells you that they are a fucking drone pilot, or whatever the fuck. Your opinion on whether they are those things should be based on how they act. So that is not putting up a guard. That is just a very simple adult way of living life. A lesson that every adult should have learned at this point. And that's not to take people's opinions of themselves for granted. Okay? It's not you having a wall. Don't start your relationship to someone with minus 100. But also don't start it with plus 100. Start it with 0. And day in and day out, for weeks on end, for months on end, for years on end, their actions will mold your perception of who they are. And that is the only way you should develop your perception of who someone is. 100% of the time. With everyone you fucking know. My self-proclaimed green flag is I want to do shit to help as many people as possible, but I do not want to be perceived as such. That is a very big green flag. There's a very large green flag. That sounds like a lot of work. Can I just put a label on a person and be done with it? I mean, that's the easy way of playing life, I guess. You'll just be continuously disappointed, and not always in the way that you think. There will be so many people that you do not include in your life because of a negative stereotype you have about them, and so many freaky ass motherfuckers, okay, some true ops that you will allow in your life because they just told you they're not ops. Yeah, an op is going to tell you they're not an op. Yeah, that's how the fucking world works. The times of gatekeeping, assholes would accuse my skepticism of gatekeeping. I'd have enough for a house. I'd have a fucking island, okay? Oh. Let me blow my nose for a second, chat. Oh, God. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, empty matter. Are we talking about Lolo? Maybe we are, maybe we aren't. We are talking about, we are communists. We don't fuck with individuals. We fuck with systems. We fuck with patterns, okay? And the pattern I'm trying to explain to you when it comes to your relationship to motherfuckers that want to influence you on the goddamn internet is to always ask, what is their primary motivational reasoning for what they're doing? Okay? And when you see red flags like this, that somebody might be using their platform in order to, I don't know, get his dick wet, as they say, then you should be extra skeptical. Another thing you should be kind of skeptical with, and now I'm talking to anybody in chat that is attracted to dudes that doesn't happen to be a dude. When they're too actively playing the huggable kind, very, very open, very, very minimizing my masculinity, like type shit. It's a freaky shit behind that, bro. Like, when you're actively bringing up a shield, that means that you have something that you're hiding behind that shit. Basically, I'm talking about fucking white knights and shit, okay? Careful with the white knight shit. Careful with the white knight shit. It's doesn't always mean that somebody's a dick. Some people might actually be like very just like super nice and super like proactive and, really try to understand the woman's perspective. Though, in my opinion, correct me if I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm a wrong type of fucking feminist. But I tend to believe in a little known notion such as just treating a fucking woman like a person, not like a fucking woman. Not always hyper-focusing and continuously thinking about the fact that she is a woman while I'm interacting with her. Oh, that's a female. That's a female. That's a female. That's a female. No, I'm just talking to fucking Maria or fucking Christina or whoever the fuck, like a fucking human, right? Like the constant, like, yeah, it just implies that you have a deep stereotype about the particular demographic that you're interacting with that is that you need to actively combat. So you're constantly only talking about women's subjects. You know, a dude talking to a woman can only talk about women's stuff. What does women's stuff even fucking mean in the fucking first place? It's so fucking stupid. But that's the fucking thing. That is ideologized. Humans just treating humans like humans is not ideologized. That's the status quo. That is true human nature. But we create these fucking constructs in our brains, and then we make those constructs more important than the actual individual personality of the person across from us, that we hyper focus on the identity points. They're just people, bro. Yeah. But turns out that's really new information for a lot of dudes. Okay? Really new information. So they're never talking to Christina. They're never talking to Jessica. They're talking to Jessica, the woman. And don't even get me started when it comes to ethnicity, when it comes to race, blah, blah, blah. There is a thin line between pretending you don't see it and that being everything you see. Okay? Of course, you'll notice when somebody is a woman or somebody's a different ethnicity and you blah, blah, blah. There's nothing fucking wrong with that. But if that's all you see, you have crazy fucking internal bias, my dude. Crazy fucking internal bias. Oh, he's German and all my interactions with them are just going to be about talking about Germany. Get my point? Same applies with a lot of dudes that see a woman and only specifically treat her as that category and not as an individual, which should be a massive fucking red flag for everyone, as I've just properly and beautifully and incredibly intelligently outlined. Okay? Wait, I got a text. Oh. What happened to the Zin Tower? You fly into them? No, they're up there. Look. They're all pressed in between Marxian and Leninist books, my friend. Anyways, if you don't like creeps, then you should hate the world's most famous creep that always slides into your DMs, into your Twitch chats, into your YouTube videos without asking you. Who is this creep? Advertising, like the ad that is about to play if we had ads. So stay away from them. Support this proud, patriotic, anti-ad creeper stan and subscribe for $6 a month for free through Prime, or oil me up and take us to today's goal and this month's sub goal so that we can continue being creeper free, both when it comes to people but also when it comes to ads. Because ain't nothing creepier than a pre-recorded video through an algorithm being shown again and again and again to your beautiful, innocent eyes. Yeah. 10 out of 10. Oh, that's not bad. And of course, when we reach the hype train of the day, we are doing Civil War again. Oh, I can already see you motherfuckers saving up your fucking gifties and shit for the Civil War thing. You want those votes in there. Not gonna lie, you got me. Thank you for the 4 months, my friend. Thank you for the 4 months. Why is the fucking mask uncomfortable today? Maybe too many conversations about freakazoids. Okay, that's pretty much... I don't want to waste more time on this shit. We'll follow the story, I guess, only because I love tea, not because of many other reasons. But when it comes to a standardized, fucking, nerd-ass Marxian analysis of this, motivation very often shows where someone wants to take a particular project. Motivation very often shows where someone wants to take a particular project. And if you see that somebody's in it for popularity, in it for sexual favors, in it for this and that, you should be skeptical just from that perspective, because they might not have a lot to teach you or a lot of directions to take you in. Anyways, let's start out with some news. It's casual motherfucking Tuesday. It's a Tuesday. It's a casual Tuesday. Let's start with Democracy Now! And see where that takes us. Later on, we got Internet Comment Etiquette with the Epstein Files. We're going to watch maybe Hassan with the Epstein Files. We're going to watch Chuds reacting to the Epstein Files. It's a very creepy people stream. We're going to talk about the flotilla. We watched the flotilla live as it was getting boarded during our last stream. It's gonna be a grand old time today. We're gonna talk about that a little bit more, get some updates. We have a new video from Democracy Now! With said updates, and in between, remember to subscribe. Remember to push those numbers up. Those are rookie motherfucking numbers. Lay back into your comfortable sofas, into your comfortable chairs. Pour yourself your favorite spicy or non-spicy drink and enjoy your day with your masked boy, Hugo, straight from the Balkan Peninsula. Now, welcome to Depression Now, depressionnow.com with Amy Badman and the War and War Report. It's time to get depressed.
Welcome to Democracy Now!, democracynow.org, the War and Peace Report. I'm Amy Goodman. Israeli forces have shot and killed at least 62 people across the Gaza Strip since dawn today, including 19 people seeking food. The latest killings bring Gaza's official death toll since October 2023 to over 60,000, though that number is believed to be a vast undercount. Meanwhile, the world's leading hunger monitoring system warned the worst-case scenario of famine is playing out in the Gaza Strip, with widespread starvation, malnutrition, and disease.
There's data implying that there is like 95% depression amongst Gaza's population. And that's why when you see footage of some dudes like getting shot or getting, getting bombed and then they're bleeding out and just laying there, and you're like, what the fuck? Like, why is their face not completely fucking terrified? It's because they're suffering from like insane depression that we can't even imagine, spiced up obviously with massive shell shock of being shot or exploded on, where they're just waiting to die because like there's nothing to look forward to. Usually the instinct of wanting to live is you think of something that you might experience tomorrow, so you want to see tomorrow. What happens when you can't imagine anything good that you're going to experience tomorrow? Well, you don't move around and you don't shake and you don't cry as you bleed to death. Depression Now.
Is driving a rise in hunger-related deaths. The Integrated Food Security Phase Classification warns the only path to stopping further deaths and catastrophic human suffering is for Israel to allow for the unimpeded, large-scale flow of humanitarian aid into Gaza. On Monday, Palestinians holding empty pots and pans gathered at a soup kitchen in Gaza City, hoping for a meal.
We are living in this
video is much louder than you think. Yeah, Democracy Now! Always says it's so fucking loud. Thank you very much, Chatter, for telling me. Squeal pig. Thank you for squealing at me about the fucking
this apartment that I wish we were safe. We have mosquitoes from one side and fleas from the other side. My whole body has fleas. I can't get medicine for myself nor go get treatment. I go from soup kitchen to another to provide food for my children instead of getting treatment for myself. My small child who is 3 years old has pus in his leg. I can't go get him treatment because I have to provide food for him first.
The governments of Germany and Spain said Monday they'll airdrop humanitarian aid into the Gaza Strip in cooperation with Jordan.
Thoughts on stock 84, very mid.
But officials admitted the amount of aid they can provide pales in comparison to Gaza's starvation crisis.
It's brandy, of course you're going to be mid. It's fucking brandy.
Meanwhile, President Trump has broken from Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, who declared Sunday, quote, there is no starvation in Gaza. On Monday, Trump said he'd seen images of Palestinians on TV and that, quote, those children look very hungry.
Have you heard about people being killed by airdrops? Yeah.
Unquote.
It's just them taking it into humiliation overdrive. Also very nice to see you.
Trump later described scenes of, quote, real starvation. Israel's security cabinet's considering a proposal to annex parts of the Gaza Strip. That's according to the Israeli newspaper Haaretz, which reports Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's annexation bid is part of an effort to prevent the resignation of far-right Finance Minister Bezalel Smotrich, who in May declared, quote, we are finally going to conquer the Gaza Strip. We are no longer afraid of the word occupation, unquote.
There are two planets, one planet inside of another planet. One planet is called, everything except Israel, and another one is called Israel. They live in an alternate reality where their moral compass is so separate from that of the rest of humanity that they have basically borderline become a separate species. It is absurdity on top of absurdity. It is both disgusting to see and somehow in a very dark way hilarious, because it implies, and not implies, it reminds us the way it has so many times throughout history of just how much our species is able to degrade into pure animalistic hate and violence for the sake of violence at this point. Just violence for the sake of violence. Violence like we're already in it, so we gotta push.
Quote. At the United Nations, Saudi Arabia and France have opened a 3-day conference aimed at recognizing Palestinian statehood as part of an effort to end Israel's assault on Gaza. Already,
Zionism is the height of white supremacy. Zionism is its own fascist school of thought, which puts one particular ethnicity over that of other ethnicities inside of the country and outside of the country. You have no need, my friend, to compare it to any other fascist doctrine, including white supremacy, including absolutely any other one that you under the sun. It's its own thing. It's Israelis thinking that they're better than anyone, utilizing that hierarchy that they've developed in their own heads as a means to dehumanize the enemy and call for its total annihilation. And that's it. That's it. At this point, we refuse to give them any special category, etc., because they deserve no special category. It's another fascist doctrine under the sun. The way you had the Italian fascist doctrine, the Spanish fascist doctrine, the Chilean fascist doctrine, the way you have unhinged groups that exist to this day, from I don't fucking know, black Israelites to fucking Hindutva Aryan supremacists. It's reactionary ideology being reactionary ideology, readjusting based on a different material and ethnic context in which it finds itself in. It's one group better, another group worse. Let's fucking go. Whoa, whoa, wee, wah. Time to kill. But yes, the parallels with white supremacy are absolutely on point. It's just, it's their own version of more Nazistic fascism, which implies the supremacy of what they define as the white man versus everyone else. One thing a homie of mine in Gaza said a few days ago, 100,000 dead. They feel like numbers. It's only gotten worse. They must be glad they got to die before it even got worse. Truly one of the most gut-wrenching texts I've received in my entire life. Jesus fucking Christ. The left side of the video is cut off. No, it's not. It's what the fuck is happening to my goddamn OBS? God damn it! And why is Quill Pig the only one assisting me on this fine day? On this fine day. Which is not so fine for other people, unfortunately.
147 of the UN's 193 member states recognize the state of Palestine, though not the United States nor its allies in the G7 group of powerful nations. Ahead of this week's conference, U.S. Ambassador to Israel Mike Huckabee mocked France's planned September recognition of Palestine as, quote, the new nation of Frankenstein. U.S. human rights.
There you go. They're fucking baboons, bro. No, I'm not even kidding. They're fucking baboons. They're like, France is about to recognize the state of Palestine. And the Zionists are like, ha! Ha! More like Francistan. What? Like Francistan, get it? Because Palestine and France, they want their own color, Francistan.
The new nation of Frankenstein.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
U.S. human rights defender Chris Smalls says he was physically assaulted in Israeli custody after he was abducted by Israeli forces who raided their Gaza-bound humanitarian aid vessel, the Handala, in international waters Saturday. The Freedom Flotilla Coalition says Smalls was choked and kicked in the legs with visible signs of violence on his neck and back, and that this level of force was not used on the other activists. Smalls was the only black crew member of the
Holy shit. Are they this stupid? Are they this dumb? 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 This is going to confuse so many liberal Zionists that are just liberal Zionists because they love playing liberal identity politics so fucking much, because their entire support for Israel is based upon some sort of infantilize the definition of what a Jewish person is, right? Borderline anti-Semitic infantilized idea of what a Jewish person is that needs the protection of the proud American white man, Christian, that type of shit, or woman. And now, in their brains there's going to be a massive conflict because the same people infantilize black people like fucking crazy. Thinking that they gotta be there to save them from other bad white people and so on. So they, so now when they see the infantilized idea of Jews fighting their infantilized idea of black dudes is gonna be fucking holy shit. That shit gonna melt brains, bro. That shit gonna melt that fucking 3 IQ, bro. No, they're giving up on the lib identity angle, and a bunch of right-wingers will like this. All right-wingers will love this, but right-wingers, you're never going to get right-wingers to be anti-Israel unless through fucking anti-Semitism. I know who Christian Smalls is, you guys. What the fuck? You know who Christian Smalls is. I'm just contextualizing it under the fact that they didn't beat other people on the boat, but they beat him. And how that is very smart. I would do the same thing, being then contextualized for the American audience by Democracy Now! Right now, which is going to make some brains melt. Is Burger yelling from the rooftops about Smalls now that he's back in the U.S.?
The Handala, which was carrying baby formula, diapers, food, and medicine. Meanwhile, in Greece, protesters on the island of Rhodes scuffled with riot police as they were demonstrating against the war in Gaza, while an Israeli cruise ship was docked. This is one of the protesters.
Awesome, Balkan news.
The killings and the embargo that is happening in Gaza must stop. The people are starving. We demand a reaction from the rest of the world, and that Israel does not operate on the backs of NATO and the West. With what
Gaza is literally just across the water for the Greeks. I mean, a lot of water, but literally.
it's doing right now. This is murder.
In the occupied West Bank, an Israeli settler shot and killed the Palestinian activist and teacher Oda Mohammed Halalin in a village near Hebron on Monday. He played a key role in the production of the Oscar-winning documentary No Other Land, which follows Palestinians in the community of Masafer Yatta as they struggle to stay on their land amidst violent attacks by...
There you go, assassination. It's fucking as plain as an assassination. Yeah.
Israeli settlers.
Oh, but proof, Hugo. My proof is I'm not a fucking imbecile? Fucking obviously, what the fuck?
Residents identified Hadelin's killer as Yinon Levy, an Israeli settler who was put on a European Union sanctions list last year for his violent attacks on Palestinians. And
Reminder to all chatters that settlers in the Israeli context, but even out of that, are simply paramilitaries that pretend to be civilians, but act the same way an active occupying force, fully armed, would. Therefore, they should be defined as non-civilian actors, and because they aren't, and treated as such in an open conflict zone.
And
literal zero controversy about this thing.
Their property. The Trump administration earlier this year lifted the Biden-era U.S. sanctions on Levy. Video appears to show him...
They're defended by the IDF while doing this too. Yeah, that's the whole gist. You have one regular army, then you have an irregular army that pretends to be civilians, that do fucked up shit, and then you come in and do fucked up shit to people that are responding to your settlers who you define as civilians having done something to. And you can say that you're defending your civilian settler population. If I take a gun and I say I'm doing something in the name of France, and I walk straight up into motherfucking Germany together with another 1,000 motherfuckers that say we're doing it for France, and I start shooting some German motherfuckers. And then some German motherfuckers start shooting at me. You know, we're a fucking regiment, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, I'm smart. I bring some kids with me and some families with me. And German motherfuckers start shooting at me. And then the French army starts coming in and starts shooting at the German motherfuckers because the German motherfuckers be shooting, you know, French citizens. What the fuck? What would you call that? You would call me a fucking paramilitary that is going and provoking the Germans on their own territory, trying to seize land. And the French military for using that as a tactic to manipulate international law, which indirectly allows them, which it doesn't under international law, but you get my point, to push France's interests in the particular territory. Duh. But you know, when fucking Israeli settlers do it, it's supposed to be different because it was promised to them 5,000 fucking years ago. The same way it was promised to me to never have to play ads on my show as long as you guys subscribe and avoid the ad that is going to play in exactly 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Follow through on what was promised in the Yugopnik Bible 70 million years ago. I am a literal alien, which said no ads anywhere on planet Earth. And I will achieve this by developing child soldier settlers that attack and occupy advertiser lands by subscribing, or by oiling me up with many, many anti-ad settlers that will take all of their lands. Thank you very much, Kei Hachiro, for being one of those proud anti-ad settler colonialists. No ads has been promised to us on Twitch 1,000 years ago. I am biblically accurate, Yugopnik.
And firing a handgun at Palestinians ahead of Monday's fatal attack. Palestinian journalist and No Other Land co-director Basil Adra mourned Hadelin's killing, writing, quote, "This is how Israel erases us, one life at a time," he said. In Ukraine, Russian strikes have hit a prison in Zaporizhzhia, killing 17 people and wounding 42. A hospital in the Dnipro region was also hit, killing 3 people, including a pregnant woman. The attacks come
what the fuck, man?
As President Trump moved up his deadline for Russia to agree to a ceasefire deal from 50 days to about 10 or 12 days. Here in New York, a gunman wielding a semi-automatic assault rifle walked into a Midtown Manhattan
just a classic American day.
Skyscraper Monday evening and opened fire, killing 4 people before fatally turning.
I love how everyone is talking about how he has some serious mental issues, and yet he had a concealed carry permit. Only in America. Hey, we are the police force. We know that this person has mental health issues, but also we allowed him to own a fucking gun in New York City, where it's pretty difficult in the first place as compared to other places in America to own a gun. Make it make sense, Biat.
Turning the gun on himself. Police identified the shooter as 27-year-old Shane Tamura of Las Vegas, who reportedly drove across the U.S. to carry out the attack.
The building's security camera footage shows the shooter enter the lobby, turn right, and immediately open fire on an NYPD officer. He then shoots a woman who took cover behind a pillar and proceeds through the lobby, spraying it with gunfire.
Tamura was a competitive football player who appeared
FML, when they don't let me play football, so I go and I like shoot a bunch of random people. We never got Luigi Part 2, but we got motherfuckers that are like, ooh, I want to throw ball. I want throw ball. I want throw ball. But ball game my play, yes, must. Or I shoot.
appeared to be targeting the National Football League's corporate offices. The league has confirmed one
At least he, I don't know, in fucking corporate offices didn't go into a fucking stadium, the fucking freak.
employee was critically injured. Tamura had a license to carry a concealed weapon in Nevada. He reportedly carried a suicide note stating grievances with the NFL and saying he suffered from the brain disease CTE, which is linked to head trauma. Meanwhile, in Reno, Nevada, a gunman killed.
Yeah, and why can't you treat it, my friend? Why can't you treat it properly? Maybe a different target, I don't fucking know.
3 people at a casino resort Monday morning, leaving several others injured in a spray of gunfire before police officers shot him dead. Investigators are still injured. A gunman killed 3 people at a casino
Another, like 2 in one day. Fucking hell, man, America, man.
resort Monday morning, leaving several others injured in a spray of gunfire before police officers shot him dead. Investigators are still searching for a motive. According to the Gun Violence Archive, there have been 254 mass shootings across the United States so far this year. A federal judge's rule.
I always do the cliche as a non-American when we cover this.
A new child soldier.
Imagine if this happened in any other country. Oh, and repeated this much in any other country on planet Earth. Everybody would rightfully literally say, like, we must intervene. We must invade this country because there's something seriously wrong here. And motherfuckers be shooting motherfuckers every fucking day. What the hell? We would call it like a fucking authoritarian, autocratic hellhole. A failed state which does not have the capacity to address something so pivotal. But no, the States is just another day. Just like Balkan Partizan, desi brate, is also as pivotal with those 5 gifties, baby. Thank you very much for coming in and oiling me the fuck up. 5 list ad watchers. Very good, very nice. Serbia has almost as many guns per capita and still doesn't have this many shootings per capita. Of course, man. America is a deeply sick society, though it's getting exported. Serbia had school shootings. And then Croatia also had school shootings. And mass shootings and shit, which are starting to ramp up because we live on the internet, which makes us all indirectly live in America, in a world of American cultural imperialism. So there's no confusion about the fact that we might pick up on some of the worst aspects of American culture instead of all the based, cool, chill aspects of American culture, such as burger.
The Trump administration and Congress cannot block Planned Parenthood from receiving Medicaid payments. In its lawsuit, Planned Parenthood claimed it would have had to close nearly 200 clinics in 24 states without Medicaid funds, which would cut off
If America wasn't America, we would call it a failed state. Exactly what I said, my friend. 100.
care to over 1 million patients. Nearly half of Planned Parenthood's patients are on Medicaid. Jeffrey Epstein's co-conspirator and convicted sex trafficker, Ghislaine Maxwell, is appealing to the U.S. Supreme Court to overturn her conviction. Maxwell is claiming she's ineligible to be prosecuted due to a 2007 plea.
Serbian communists be like, we fought the communists because we wanted democracy. Instead, we received capitalism and school shootings. I mean, you want it to be America. I mean, it's not funny. It's fucked up. It's fucking kids dying, but you get my point. There were actually 4 shootings on the 28th in America. One in Atlanta with 1 death and 10 injuries, and one in Detroit with 2 deaths and 2 injuries. Jesus Christ.
Deal struck between Epstein and then Florida prosecutor Alex Acosta, whom Trump later named as labor secretary, who was then had to resign because of the Epstein scandal.
But the president doesn't have to resign over the Epstein scandal, though, does he?
Meanwhile, President Trump is looking to force Wall Street.
Dude, like I see you guys talking about guns and shit in chat, and I respect the conversation. Like I'm a gun guy, right? And I absolutely 100% believe that if you need the fucking registration and license for something as simple as a vehicle, maybe they should check your mental health and maybe teach you how to operate a fucking firearm, and through the process check out if you're fucking if you plan on fucking shit up when they give you a fucking license. I think this is not lived up. This is very basic shit. Even under radical Marxian perspectives of never give up your gun, etc., etc. In America, though, it's like on steroids that have taken steroids that have developed another fucking metastasis of fucking tumors that also take steroids. And keep in mind, this is all coming from a guy that managed to get a fucking gun license in the Balkans, where it's a fucking very tedious, very long, and very expensive process. Why is it steroids on top of steroids on top of steroids? Because it informs all aspects and spheres of regular life. I'll give you a very simple example. Sure, in the States, pigs shoot a lot of people more than anywhere else per capita because they're pigs and because they're informed by, American exceptionalist ideals of law enforcement and the military being a special protected category of human beings. So that informs their pig status and their thumb-like mentality and pushes them to act even more aggressively out in the street, etc., etc. Sure, all the classic Marxian analysis of why American cops are extra more insane than the already insane cops from all over the world. But we gotta keep in mind, again, I'm just giving you one example, that those same pigs are constantly, compared to in other countries, under the potential threat of somebody whipping out a gun, because everybody has a fucking gun. So when a cop is interacting with a civilian in Berlin, or when a cop is interacting with a civilian in Laos, they are interacting with a threat level that is 1 trillion times lower than the threat level that they have, that they, to an extent, semi-rightfully, I can't believe I'm even saying this, what the fuck is wrong with me? But you get my point, that they're perceiving in the United States. So guns and the incredible access to them do not only contribute to more deaths under the context of school shootings, mass shootings, and gun crime, but also contribute to harsher and more violent policing, contribute to higher death rates among gangs that fight each other, and so on and so on. It just triples the chances of a motherfucker dying in so many aspects of American life, especially for the most disenfranchised and already, quote unquote, forgotten groups of people inside of the country. I hope you understand. The only thing I'm trying to do with this is contextualize that when looking at the problems caused by mass easy access to firearms, you shouldn't only look at school shootings and mass shootings, but the way it translates in the hyper-violent no, not just the hyper-violent, because it's hyper-violent everywhere, the increased chance of fatalities inside of every nook and cranny of the United States. Switzerland has one of the highest gun ownerships in the world, and there are barely any shootings. So yeah, having checks helps, and you can have guns. Absolutely. But fuck, I'm tired and angry. Good evening. What's up, Gabriel? Thank you for the biddies.
Wall Street Journal owner Rupert Murdoch to give a deposition within the next 2 weeks as part of Trump's defamation lawsuit against the Wall Street Journal. Trump seeking leader named as labor
I love this right-wing infighting here.
secretary, who has then had to resign because of the Epstein scandal. Meanwhile, President Trump is looking to force Wall Street Journal owner Rupert Murdoch to give a deposition within the next 2 weeks as part of Trump's defamation lawsuit against the Wall Street Journal.
Thank you, Markin. Guns, check those guns. So apparently he shot the real estate income trust of Blackstone. That's interesting. I'll have to wait on that. That's interesting. Do you believe that that was a intentional target, or was he just lucky like that?
Trump seeking $10
lucky in this incredibly disgusting act of domestic terrorism, which would never be supported by anyone on this platform, including me or my chat.
billion after denying the Journal's report that Trump signed a birthday card to Epstein with a sexually suggestive drawing of a woman. On Monday, Trump gave new details about his relationship with Jeffrey Epstein, telling reporters in Scotland he ended their friendship because Epstein, quote, stole workers away from me, unquote. With a sexually suggestive drawing of a woman. On Monday, Trump gave new details about his relationship with Jeffrey Epstein, telling reporters in Scotland he ended their friendship because Epstein, quote, stole workers away from me, unquote.
Jesus Christ, why are you burying yourself even deeper, you fucking freak? Holy shit. So you did not cut your relationship with him because he is the world's most famous and prolific high-end pedophile and pimp? You did it because he stole workers from you? Did Epstein steal children from Trump's fucking child beauty pageants? What the hell? Why is this man burying himself even deeper? This is so pathetic. Can't wait to see the chuds react.
I never had the privilege of going to his island, and I did turn it down, but a lot of people in Palm Beach were invited to his island. In one of my very good moments, I turned it down.
Yeah, you had enough money for him to fly out children to wherever you were. You didn't have to trek all the way to the island, bro. That was for the poors.
Oklahoma's
That was for the politicians.
Superintendent of Public Instruction's facing scrutiny for screening explicit images of nude women in his office television during a meeting of the Oklahoma Board of Education. Ryan Walters.
What the fuck, dude? Wait, what? What?
Good moments, I turned it down.
Oklahoma's Superintendent of Public Instruction's facing scrutiny for screening explicit images of nude women in his office television during a meeting of the Oklahoma Board of Education. Ryan Walters previously faced...
So wait, he had a meeting with a bunch of people, and they walked into the room, and he showed a stream of naked ladies on his screen. What?
Backlash for promoting Bibles endorsed by President Trump on Oklahoma.
FBI, open up!
Oh my God, this is fucking legendary.
Oklahoma public school students.
You gotta love conservatives, dude. At some point, I feel like 99% of these dudes just hate themselves for their, I don't know, sexual proclivities. And that's the only reason they're doing it. Because that's like a horseshoe theory of why conservatives are conservative, I feel like. Because, you know the horseshoe theory where, you have a dumb guy and then a normal guy and a really smart guy, like, and then you have, like, wait. right? Like fuck IQ, that's not a real thing, blah blah blah. But still, I'll use it as an example, right? So analysis of conservatives by chud idiots is, oh, they're just conservative because they are like actually pervs or they're closeted, blah blah blah. Like idiotic, usually coming from a homophobic perspective, right? And then here, material conditions, they are protecting their class interests, or they just were raised in a background that makes them hate people that are different, blah, blah, blah. This is what this dude, And then IQ 700 just repeats what this guy said. Yeah, actually, most of them might just either be like hypersexual and they're ashamed of it, or might actually be ashamed of their sexuality. Like, you get my point? Like, these two people are coming from two completely different perspectives. This is a homophobic chud that's why he believes it. But this person just saw the data. Like, it just repeats and repeats and repeats and repeats and repeats and repeats. How many conservatives do they need to catch in a fucking orgy with a bunch of dudes, or gooning to ladies during a meeting, or whatever the fuck this fucking freak did, for us to like start openly saying that there are some correlations, blood. There are some correlations. There you go. IQ 145 is the bourgeois that use their knowledge of class dynamics to exploit people.
A third whistleblower has stepped forward with evidence that federal judicial nominee...
All of you just concentrated on the fact that it said Linux on the screen instead of what I was saying. I love you, chat, so much. You take me so seriously. It's incredible. The Blackstone executive who was killed was a member of the board of directors of the UGA Federation of New York. What's the UGA Federation? The Bastion USA Republican Sex Crimes. Holy shit, it's a whole ass list. Whoa. Many pages. Holy shit. Let's look at a random one. We got Jaron here. Slit his hand up a male victim's thigh, groped his genitals, and kissed him on the cheek, which was in no way consented to by the victim after hours at the bar he owned while also being married to his husband. Okay, but at least, sure, super fucked up, but at least he was openly gay. Sexually assaulted a woman and was charged with kidnapping and sexual battery after she reported him to police. Drunkenly grabbed a co-worker's breast without her consent while they sat next to each other in a crowded movie theater while also being married at the time. It's just classic conservative behavior. But then again, today is a strange day to be throwing stones, because we're sitting in one, especially me as an online content creator for the left, sitting in a very glass fucking house, okay, with some stuff that came out yesterday and today. So, very glass house that I'm pitching those fucking stones from. Ugh.
Emil Bovy lied to senators during his confirmation hearing last month. Staff for Senate Judiciary Committee...
They're all rapists, unironically. They cannot control their unhinged sociopathic sexual urges, and that informs their ideological worldview, which implies that you need a very authoritarian, violent hand of the state which cracks down on these sorts of crimes. They're psycho-fucking perverts that unironically believe for themselves that they would be running around raping and pillaging if there was no police force. That's why we need to invest more into the police force or into the military, etc., etc. Freudian hours with Ugopnik.
Committee Chair Chuck Grassley met Monday with lawyers for the whistleblower. This follows two prior whistleblower complaints alleging that while serving as a senior Justice Department official, Bovy ordered subordinates to ignore judicial orders that undermine Trump's agenda. Despite those complaints, North Carolina Republican Senator Thom Tillis said Monday his yes vote remains unchanged, likely giving Bovy enough support for his confirmation. Bovee is Donald Trump's former personal criminal defense attorney, nominated to a lifetime appointment.
I thought she was gonna say personal criminal. I have my personal criminal.
The Third U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals.
Did you catch the Freudian slip of Trump calling visiting Epstein's island a privilege? Of course I did, but I immediately combated it by saying that no, like only broke boy politicians at the time went to his island. Trump was a semi-rich, semi-successful, whatever you want to call it. Is this AI art? What the hell? Yeah, he was rich, so he could have the child prostitutes brought to him instead of having to fly out on the island, which was reserved for people that Epstein just wanted to record doing fucked up shit so that he can manipulate them. They couldn't afford to have the kids flown out to them.
A panel of federal judges in Albany, New York, has declined to appoint President Trump's interim U.S. attorney for the Northern District of New York to a permanent position. Monday's announcement means the 120-day interim appointment of John Sarcone III will expire unless...
Okay, thank you, Depression Now. We want more entertainment. And who else than motherfucking Eric? We haven't watched Eric in a fucking second. This came out 10 days ago. Internet Common Etiquette and the Epstein Files. Very relevant to the conversations we are having on this fine day. Let us start it immediately. Slight reminder that an ad is going to play in 1 minute and 30 seconds. So subscribe, support the show. Why, you might ask? Because I indeed am not in the Epstein Files. I indeed have never texted lewd messages to any of my followers. And I indeed really actually fucking hate ads. Like, unironically, that shit fucking sucks, dude. Fucking disgusting. Okay, let's go.
Hey there, students. Great news. It turns out Jeffrey Epstein did not have a client list. No. He wasn't blackmailing anybody, and he certainly wasn't like a Mossad agent or anything crazy like that. No, he was a lone wolf. Did it all on his...
Except Barry Balls, of course. To Barry Balls sends me pictures of his balls every day, and I send him extremely lewd pictures of myself naked streaking in the streets every single morning. That is just Barry Balls. That is why Barry Balls is has the highest gift count on chat. We have created an indirect way for him to pay for my hyper-exclusive OnlyFans that is 100% consensual, by the way, that exists between the two of us, just so you know.
His own. So that...
Naked and streaking, but still mask. Imagine that. That would be fucking freaky.
That's that. Case closed. And frankly, I'm sick of hearing about this. Luckily, I'm not the only one. Trump pushes back on Jeffrey Epstein questions during cabinet meeting.
Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein? This guy's been talked about for years.
Yeah, I know, right? That's annoying.
That is unbelievable. Do you want to waste the time, and do you feel like answering?
Don't even bother answering it.
I don't mind answering.
I mean, I can't believe you're asking a question on Epstein at a time like this.
This is not the time.
I was asked a question about the client list, and my response was, it's sitting on my desk to be reviewed, meaning the file.
Yeah, she had just the whole file. The whole file.
To him being an agent, I have
What's up, Father Newell?
no knowledge about that. We can get back to you on that. And the minute missing from the video, we released the video showing definitively the video was not conclusive.
The video wasn't conclusive. Wait, what does that mean?
And what we learned from Bureau of Prisons was every night, they redo that video. It's old, from like 1999. So every night the video is reset, and every night should have the same minute missing.
Every night has one.
And I am motherfucking Batman. Batman! No.
Minute missing. Oh, wait, hang on. Actually, it turns out there's 2 minutes and 53 seconds missing. Well, who's counting?
And that's it on Epstein.
They're over it. I'm over it. But I guess you guys aren't over it, judging by these
1 in 1,440 chance. Checks out, bro.
comments. Sounds like the people are being gaslit. Was a simple question. Not a good look. Very suspicious behavior. Elon wasn't lying about Trump being on the list.
That's my favorite fucking thing. Reactionary chuds, looking at this and being like, what lesson should I learn from this? Is that the reactionary chuds are fucking freaky fucking psychopaths that manipulate us and that are in it only for power and money? No, it's that I chose the wrong reactionary psychopath that is manipulating us for political gain and monetary gain. I need to pick another reactionary psychopath that is manipulating me for monetary and political power gains, okay?
Yes, no evidence, then why is Ghislaine Maxwell in prison? Not a good look at all, Mr. President. Not a good look at all. Coming from a supporter. I'm a Trump supporter, but this is disappointing and disgusting. Disgusting. So disappointed. Had to throw my MAGA hat away after this one. Gaslighting you've never seen before.
American, probably poor right-wingers realizing that billionaires are freaks. In 4K, circa 2025. This will be in school books one day. But all of these dudes thought that Trump, arguably the world's most famous gooner of all time, is chill like that.
Good luck. I say that as a Trump fan. Complete disappointment. Just lost the midterms. Wake up, America. Trump, I've lost all faith in you. Another government in power that's full of lies. No believes any of you. Gross, you all.
What I'm drinking out of, it's a normal cup, dude. It's a normal cup. What the fuck do you mean? I just have very small hands. I have small hands and a small head. It's a normal cup.
Belong in jail. All right, well, let me show you how to tell these people to move on with their lives already.
Phrasing.
With good and proper.
That's a normal size, goddammit. Phrasing.
Proper comment etiquette. Oh my God, can you people just let it go? They said what they said, and it turns out the only guilty party is the dead guy. I know all you Trump supporters love a good conspiracy theory, but sometimes a cigar is just a cigar. Unless, of course, you're Bill Clinton, in which case it's a sex thing. By the way, this also means Bill Clinton never went to Epstein's Island to have illegal sex that I can't describe in a YouTube comment without getting banned. You're the guys who voted to have this investigation completed, so you should be happy because it turns out there is no global cabal of elite child-hungry predators who are still out there preying on children with no consequences for their actions. And post that. Now, I feel like I could just end the lesson right here, but it turns out there's a lot of people on the internet who need to learn some good comment etiquette when it comes to accepting the truth. And the truth is, you need to cease your investigations! Alright guys, look, you all know
what a certified YouTube classic. Welcome to Internet Comment Etiquette with Eric.
This lesson's about, because everybody's talking about it. Although I wish you weren't, because it's getting a little bit old, don't you think? I mean, why is everybody talking about this? Why is Kevin Spacey talking about it?
No way. Kevin Spacey says release the Epstein files after being cited in Epstein's 2024 unsealed court docs. For those of us with nothing to fear, the truth can't come soon enough. Ladies and gentlemen in NBs, literally the most insane dude on the planet is more normal than the President of America.
Release the Epstein files, all of them. For those of us with nothing to fear, the truth can't come soon enough. I hate to make this about me, but the media already has.
Jesus Christ, 132,000 likes. Oh my God, dude. The fucking Twitter is such a shithole.
Oh, hey, what's this?
Kevin Spacey, only you can see this message. Cease your investigations immediately, or your next yacht party will wind up at the bottom of the ocean, Kevin. Also, it's not cool what you did to my little brother, Mr. Spacey. You owe him an apology. Keep your mouth shut and your hands to yourself, or we're going to treat you the way you treat impressionable young production assistants. We're watching you!
Oh, that's weird. I don't remember tweeting a blank video to Kevin Spacey. Anyway, moving along, there's no lack of people beating a dead pedophile to death over a client list that doesn't exist. Here's this guy mocking Trump.
Yeah, I remember this. Kevin Spacey, he just went insane. 6 years ago, right after the allegations first came out, he was like, he went into character. He was like, yes, I am evil, and that is based. I'm a based evil guy. Look how based and evil I am.
I know what you want. Oh, sure, they may have tried to separate us, but what we have is too strong, it's too powerful. I mean, after all, we shared everything, you and I. I told you my deepest, darkest secrets.
He's like, I am literally Frank.
I
am the character from the show.
Showed you exactly what people are capable of. I shocked you with my honesty, but mostly I
Dude, that was a script. You were playing a character.
Challenged you and made you think. And you trusted me.
You were a fictional character, you fucking freak.
Even though you knew you shouldn't.
He wasn't acting, yeah. But he was literally pretending to be the president of the country. Like, motherfucker, you were acting.
So we're not done, no matter what anyone says. And besides, I know what you want. You want me back. Of course, some believed
Yeah, 132,000 likes over on Twitter. Definitely fucking want him back on, ironically. Thank you, Sarah McPoopy, for the 11 months. Motherfucker, that's fucking G as shit. Thank you very much, Sarah.
Everything, and have just been waiting with bated breath to hear me confess it all. They're just dying to have me declare that everything said is true and that I got what I deserved. Wouldn't that be easy? If it was all so...
Motherfucker killed all the victims, didn't he? Motherfucker killed all the witnesses and all the victims. Yeah, I'm pretty sure motherfucker killed all of them. I don't know if you know, but most of the motherfuckers died. Most of the motherfuckers that were like, yo, you're a rapist, bro, just died. They died. Like you just fucking murdered all of them. I'm sorry that I'm laughing. It's not a laughing matter. I apologize. That was very fucked up. But motherfucker killed him. He is Frank Underwood, unironically. He took method acting so seriously.
For trying to explain that there's no client list.
You know, these files were made up by Comey. They were made up by Obama. They were made up by the Biden information. You know, we went.
Look at what he thinks of his actual audience. He thinks you are literally brain dead. He thinks you are lobotomites. No, it's not correct. This was invented by the guys you hate. Which were the guys? Oh, yeah, the Obamas or something. You know, we have like CIA files on Obama now. I'm going to arrest them. Please don't pay attention to this anymore.
3 years of that with the Russia hoax.
Yeah, Ken, we get it. You think there's a list, you fucking nut job, and tweet. And of course you got people posting past footage of Trump. It's some kind of gotcha because, like, I guess he said he'd release the list. Trump says he will release the Epstein client list if elected. The Democrat elites are shaking right now.
But a lot of big people went to that island.
A new child soldier, subscriber.
But fortunately, I was not one of them.
It's just... Father Navu, thank you for paying forward that gift sub. Paying forward is the greatest thing Andy Chatter can ever do for both their community and the good old stream. Thank you very much.
Very strange for a lot of people that the list of clients that went to
Obama Hussein went to the island. I used to think he was not going to the island. It was haram. It was big haram. They told me. And Obama, who is a Muslim immigrant, he would never do it. But Obama is not only a Muslim and not only an immigrant, he is also a hypocrite. Obama, rest in peace, Harambe.
The island has not been made public.
Yeah, it's very interesting, isn't it? Probably will be, by the way. Probably.
So if you're able to, you'll be...
Yeah, I'd certainly take a look at it.
Donald, cease your investigation!
I'll take a look at it. And if I'm in there, I ain't posting shit. I am posting shit on Maine, man.
But yeah, I'd be inclined to do the Epstein. I'd have no problem with it.
No, Donald, don't!
And this tweet is from Libs of TikTok. They obviously believe there's a list, so they're wrong, and they're kind of being a bitch about it. Ooh. Actually, I shouldn't have said that. Let me apologize to them. Sorry I called you a bitch, and you're welcome. Uh-oh, and here comes conspiracy theorist Alex Jones, who seems just a little bit upset that Epstein did not have a client list.
So now by coming in and being part of the cover-up,
Oh, we watched this live on stream. This was awesome.
the Trump administration has become part of it. I mean, it's just, you cannot see it any other way. So I just got to the office. I'm going to go throw up, actually. And this only happens every few years when something really, really bad happens.
You know how I know something's really bad? I throw up.
Play War.
Do you see this shocking new development?
What you're seeing now is disturbing new video released today of Chicago police officers appearing to handle a situation non-violently.
Hey there, how you doing?
Body cam footage obtained exclusively by ONN captured what began as a routine traffic stop before turning into something far more shocking.
You can put your hands down, sir. Real quick, can I get your license and your registration, my friend?
Officers can be seen approaching the vehicle before issuing the driver a warning for a broken taillight, letting him go without even so much as drawing their firearms.
So just do me a favor and get that fixed up as soon as possible, all right? Hey, you take care. Drive safe.
Cameron Howard, who is seen in the video not being brutalized, says he was stunned.
I just never imagined anyone would ever be treated that way by the police, especially not someone like me.
While these types of incidents make up
That man was killed 2 days later.
less than half of 1% of police interactions, law enforcement officials are assuring the public they do not expect anything like this to ever happen again.
When you wear that badge, put on that uniform, there are certain standards and expectations that come with it. This is not who we are.
According to police, the officers in question have been suspended indefinitely and will now be required to attend extensive combat escalation training before they are put back on patrol. Coming up next.
Thank you for tuning in for the latest news.
Happens or something. I mean, I'm physically gonna puke probably right now.
You're going to do worse than throw up when we get our hands on you, Alex Jones.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
Yeah, cease those investigations and find a way to convince everyone the opposite thing of what you're saying here. Or else, we're going to activate the MK Ultra hormones in your Ozempic shots. Watch your back!
Huh.
God bless the USA. God bless the non-existent list.
Well, that's weird. Another blank video. Why do those keep popping up? All right, let me send this guy a little tweet. Hey, buddy. Sorry you didn't get the news you wanted. I absolutely understand why you would be devastated by this. But don't worry, because literally everyone in the world agrees with you on this one. And at tweet. Oh, what's this? Alex Jones just went live on Twitter.
Great Goaty, goddamn, thank you for your support of the troops. Thank you for your support of the non-existing Epstein file list. Thank you for falling in line behind our great emperor and great goddamn leader. He ain't no goddamn pedophile, and I know that because he said he wasn't, and I'm gonna trust that. I'm gonna trust that real hard. Yeah. Anyways. Obama, right? Fucking disgusting.
Democrats have set this up.
Thank you, bro.
And manipulated this so that Trump then will say don't release it. And when they go into it, it's only what they wanted to leave in there. That's the reality. That's what happened. The opposite of what you've been saying.
Excellent work, Alex Jones. We are very pleased with the results. As a gift, your humiliation boat trip with Kevin Spacey has been delayed for 1 year. Ha 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 ha!
Right, over and over and over and over again, because this is what I do. This is what my team does. It's what my guests do. It's what my sources do. You have any idea who's been on the phone with this morning?
Alex Jones was the deep state all along. I mean, that's very fucking obvious. Like, completely fucking obvious.
FBI, open up!
And that was the last time Gopnik was ever seen on stream.
No, you don't. Well, this story just keeps on developing, doesn't it? I mean, I swear, every time I think I've got the latest information, something else pops up. Tell you what, let's give it like 2 minutes and 44 seconds to see if things level off, and that way I can speak a little more confidently about what's going on. And speaking of 2 minutes and 44 seconds, that's the exact length of today's sponsor video. Let's check it out. All right, GPS says we're heading north.
Ethical ad watch also because his ad pitches are fucking hilarious always.
On Paso de Gallo, and then in about an hour we'll be at Italy.
Stupid phone. I really got to make this call. What's up?
Dude, you're still trying to make that call? Anyway, I was saying another hour we'll be out of Italy and into Austria.
Shit, I better get ready. Okay, let's see. Austria.
Bro, why do you have a shoebox full of SIM cards?
Well, every time I enter a new country, my old SIM card doesn't work, so I have to replace it with a new one. And how do you do it?
Oh, I downloaded the Saley eSIM app. I got an unlimited Europe eSIM plan loaded up on here, so it connects automatically no matter where we are. Plus, I used coupon code Big Money for 15% off.
You don't have to jam a little...
Thank you, Deep State Anonymous Gift Subber. Thank you very much, Kim.
...little plastic thingy into your phone every time you cross the border?
Nah, dude, that sounds awful. Where'd you even get those?
Come on, I really want a hype train war, bro. I really want a hype train war. OGs in chat know what I'm talking about.
From some Russian guy who accosted me in the airport bathroom. I gotta say, these cards...
Oi, racismus. That was racismus.
...barely work. I have to make a really important call right now.
Russian guy? No, man, you don't want to use those. Here, open the glove compartment. There's a QR code, so you can download the Saley eSIM app. Don't forget coupon code Big Money for 15% off.
I mean, it's fine. I got my shoebox.
Does your shoebox have a built-in ad blocker that reduces data usage by up to 28%?
Silly.
You want the leftists to fight? Always, my friend. Alex Jones has often a guest with direct ties to the kidnapping and killing of an Italian prime minister in the 70s, Steve Pizzenik, Kissinger's PSYOP expert. Yeah, it's fucking wild. Gopnik Twitch, what? You're sending me a clip while my stream is lasting? That's fucking wicked. It's wicked.
FBI, open up!
And that was the last time Gopnik was ever seen on stream. Yes.
FBI, open up!
Weak bit. I could have done it better. My plan was to turn off the screen, but I didn't manage to because I suck. Thank you, Barry. Definitely not a communist because we all know what communism means. No phone.
Does that?
Yeah, dude. Saley kind of kicks the shit out of your shoebox of weird, probably keylogging SIM cards.
I just installed it and I'm connected. Wow, that was quick.
You got that regional plan for Europe that includes 35 countries. Also, there's
sometimes fuck these guys. I bought like a eSIM. I agree. I mean, I bought an eSIM in Switzerland. That shit cost 100 fucking Swiss francs. Jesus Christ, fucked up. And then it just didn't work. 100 fucking Swiss francs. And thing didn't work. Like, it just did not work. It did not work. So I ranked up like roaming. It was so fucked up. I spent 400 fucking euros or something. Ay.
There's a bunch of other regional plans in case, we go back to, go wherever. We go wherever.
All right, so I'm just connected?
Yeah, man, you're just connected. Now you can finally make that phone call.
Hey, give me a second. Hey, Susan, it's me. Yeah, I just wanted to let you know that I'm leaving you. I met a beautiful woman at an Italian discotheque named Asterix, and, well, she's wonderful. She does everything, and I do mean everything. So I just wanted to let you know I will not be returning home. But I wish you well. I wish the kids well. Please send me the dog. And I just hope, as Asterix would tell you, I hope that your journey takes you somewhere great. Bye.
That's a great ad pitch.
Are you all right, man?
Never been better. Thanks, Saley.
Isn't roaming free in the EU? Yeah, oh my god, he kind of low-key fucked up. He low-key fucked up. Redfield, really good fucking point. really good point. Yo, Eric, you low-key fucked up. Because if somebody buys a SIM card in Italy and they're driving to Austria, they can absolutely no fucking issue, absolutely no problem, use the same SIM card. Low-key fucked up, man. Low-key fucked up, Eric. Low-key reporting video for misadvertising. Is that the word? Misadvertising? Lady advertising. If when you're not properly advertised, it's a lady, and when you're properly advertised, it's a boy. Thank you, anonymous gift subber. Thank you very much. Deep State Xi Jinping. Always appreciate you, big time. Thank you very much.
All right, let's go. Leave your wife from a
true ethical ad watching. I criticize it. Like, it would have been better for me to skip it, you guys, to watch the video and then click it. Meanwhile, here I'm like, no, this product sucks. It's a con. Dislikes video.
Abroad with the Saley eSIM app. Go to saley.com/big.
The whole Eric House of Cards comes crashing down with this one SIM card ad error. Nothing will ever be the same because there was no etiquette in the internet comments.
Big money or scan the QR code on the
Welcome to Hugo Ad Review.
Screen right now and use coupon code BIGMONEY for 15% off your eSIM plan. Coverage around the world, all through one app. And hey, tell your new girlfriend I said hello. All right, guys, welcome back to this thing that I don't care about. And the latest breaking news is Ghislaine Maxwell is talking about striking a deal. Yeah, that's the latest breaking news. Let's check this out. And it's 2 days old. What the fuck? Why is it so hard to follow this news story that implicates all of the world's elite in a child sex ring? I don't get it. What is the news right now, then? What's happening right now? Mike Johnson breaks with President Trump, calling for the full release of the Epstein files.
The White House and the White House team are privy to facts that I don't know. I mean, this isn't my lane. I haven't been involved in that. But I agree with the sentiment that we need to put it out there. And
okay, so if there are files, then I do care. You got to release those fucking files. You know what I mean? Listen up. The boss asked everyone to cut the shit with Epstein, so cut the shit. Is it going to change any of our lives whatsoever if you find out some celebrity or politician fucked a 16-year-old on Lolita Island? It's not, so shut the fuck up and stop whining already. Wow, the files, shut up. You're not...
And nobody was surprised that conservatives don't really care about conservative values. Dumb. But then again, we were reminded the conservative values never applied to underage children. Dumb.
Not getting them, so get over it. Oh, all right. Sir, please don't call me that. And also...
No! You're wrong, Dave Smith. There is a client list. You yourself said that politicians would be on that list. Do the implications of that not concern you, Dave Smith? Pedophile politicians? Does that not concern you? Resume your investigations immediately, or we will activate Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson and send them after you with knives.
And tweet. And he's suspended. Okay, well, that's a happy ending to that story. And let's hope that this whole Epstein files story has a happy ending too, because now we know they're...
Literally what it feels like covering the Epstein files. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, what did they say again? That it's kind of okay that he's a pedo because, like, he's one of us. But weren't they constantly saying that one of them is a pedo and that's the whole reason why we shouldn't vote for them? But now it turned out one of ours is. I guess. Yeah, man, this shit's boring at this point. Yeah. You playing Ready or Not? Yeah, man, dude, fucking sick as fuck. I love the cops now. Yeah. Sorry, I just love this photo so much. I don't give a shit if it's AI or some shit. It's fucking hilarious. No koji kurac, oh my god, ja sam sebe otvorio, jebote.
There are files. The Republicans, they went out, they found the files, they've got them now, and they're going to go ahead and release it for...
Turns out it was the goddamn Trainses the whole time. Who could have seen this coming? No, it's still the Trainses. Don't you understand? It's always the Trainses, okay? We do not care that the wife of the president of France is a little goddamn pedophile proven and tried. We only care about a conspiracy about her potentially being a man. What the fuck? Why? So yes, it's always the transes, okay? Somebody's a pedophile, they're gonna be like, okay, maybe, but what if they were trans? Like the pager said, you know, who the fuck is this? Well, what if they were trans? Oh, Lord.
For all of us to see. We're finally going to get an ending to this story. House Republicans block release of Epstein files.
For breaking news, the Republican-controlled House Rules Committee has just voted to block the release of the Epstein files.
Oh man, this is moving so fast. Like, I keep having to add things to how I feel about it, but without ever admitting I'm wrong. This sucks. And now I'm agreeing with a bunch of MSNBC hippies. Please keep fighting for it. Keep protecting the predators. The people remember this. I thought they just said the Epstein file didn't exist. Just release it. Release the client list. We need a worldwide trial. Leak it all, Griselle. No, you guys aren't supposed to be stoked for the client list. You're all on it. I can't wait to see how this winds up being another 4D chess move to make you guys look stupid. I'll tell you what I hope happens is that there was a list, but they destroyed it, and now they're writing a new list with all your favorite Hollywood actors and musicians on it, so you have to listen to fucking country music all day long, and the movies don't even change that much, they just get more racist. In conclusion, fuck you, and there might be a list, and it would be okay if we never saw it, because I don't care. And post. Okay, so if I'm up to date, the files are real, they're not a hoax, and Trump might release them, so that's good. Oh shit, what is this?
The radical left Democrats have hit pay dirt again, just like with the fake and fully discredited Steele dossier, the lying 51 intelligence agents, the laptop from hell, which the Dems swore had come from Russia. No, it came from Hunter Biden's bathroom. These scams and hoaxes are all the Democrats are good at.
Call them stupid. Call your supporters stupid.
Their new scam is what we will forever call the Jeffrey Epstein hoax, and my past supporters have bought into this bullshit with fine sinker.
So prove it was a hoax instead of bashing your past supporters, because that isn't helping your midterm chances.
Why was Epstein in prison then? What about Ghislaine? For a hoax? I don't think so. This is the hill we all die on.
Horrible messaging. Blink twice if you're in danger, Mr. President.
People, you nominated for your own administration talked about Epstein for years. Now you're saying it never was without giving us the proof, and you don't want the support of your full base simply because they don't believe what you do?
Let these weaklings continue forward and do the Democrats' work. Don't even think about talking of our incredible and unprecedented success.
Call them stupid with your mouth, Donald, or else we're going to take away your robot immigrant wife.
Instead, they want to talk about the Epstein hoax. And the sad part is it's
Oi, we will not tolerate any Melania slander here. The true president.
people that are really doing the Democrats' work. They're stupid people. Yeah, go ahead.
Excellent work, Mr. Trump. You have pleased us.
Because I don't want their support anymore. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Make America great again.
Oh, we living in the Twilight Zone. All right. Well, first of all, Goatsy. And second of all, I gotta cut this episode off right here. Like this, I can't keep following this story when it changes every 5 seconds. You know, by the
L, video essayist versus Chad, Twitch streamer. They can follow everything live with Chad.
the time I upload this video, it's gonna be wildly different. This will all be like days old, so I'm exhausted. I'm never gonna chase a breaking story again. What I am gonna do,
There's probably a lot of people who just went there. Did I send you that thing where this guy was breaking? Did I say NPR
No, you did
or
not.
PBS?
Okay, Chuds, they are cringing. Chuds, they are angry. Chuds, they are confused on what to tell their audience when it comes to Epstein file und Slande. What say now? We must Chuds be saying to each other, what the hell? Half of viewership, crazy conspiracy guys hate pedophile. Other half, all of MAGA. Third group, which is more than two halves, because that's not how math works. Also, intersection between two. So what we do now, I don't know. And we are here for the show because I fucking love that shit. Okay? I fucking love that shit. Chud's not being able to figure the fuck out what to do with this whole fucking spiel. Okay? Is fucking beautiful to watch. Okay? It is very nice, very good. Okay. That is the pin to the video. Aaron Brown, resident content that we steal here on stream. Very good. Now let's watch him steal other people's content and react to it while we react to his reaction. Very good. Welcome into the fucking Rudara.
Stupid thing. Oh, hey, guys.
Oh, man, I didn't see there.
Oh, man, I hope you guys had a great weekend. I got a little bit out of control this weekend, and somebody caught it on camera. Play the clip.
Silly clanker fucking falling, not being able to stand. Fucking clanker.
What a night. I really don't like falling down. Joe Rogan all night. Have a good day.
Experience.
Train by day, Joe Rogan all night.
I want humans über alles in chat, okay? Humans über alles. Fuck damn clankers, god damn it. Only this Mundi, only for the goddamn organics. Got it? Got it? We ain't giving no human rights to no goddamn non-humans.
Baker, what a good time to talk to you. What a good time to have you in.
There you go. AP understands this completely. God damn it. Fuck damn clankers. Let's fucking go. Subscribe if you love your goddamn flesh. If you love your goddamn human body, your juices, your bloods, your jizzes, and your piss and shit. I ain't supporting no goddamn thing that cannot take a shit or take a goddamn piss, okay? It is blood and soil, not goddamn oil and soil. Wait, no goddamn clanker rovers here, baby. Humans above all eats fucking low. I do love pissing. There you go, brother. How can you respect a species that ain't even pissing? Okay, ain't even goddamn pissing. Thank you, AP.
What a fine time.
Who the hell's that guy?
It's
Shit, you know. Let me get a look at these views.
Actually, I like, this is not my take, unironically. I think because they are our children, that the clankers are kind of okay. I am extremely bigoted towards aliens, though. I'm extremely bigoted towards aliens. What about cyborgs? Cyborgs are goddamn okay, I guess. I mean, they already did the whole race mixing. So it's not their fault that their mama or their daddy fucked a goddamn cyborg. Well, you talk about those goddamn motherfuckers that put them fucking robot things in their body? That shit is crazy. I told my grandson 1,000 years ago that he should not get a goddamn tattoo, okay? They put them goddamn chemicals in your goddamn skin, and then you're like, I'm going to modify my body. And what happened 10 years later? They started putting implants and all sorts of stuff in boobies, in fucking asses, in cheeks, and whatever. They started putting plastic up goddamn noses. That is and where do you think that's going to lead to? Motherfuckers putting robot shit on their goddamn bodies, dude. What the hell? Not even properly human anymore at that point, brother. My Adeptus Mechanicus army is looking at me. What the hell? It's Adam and Steve, not Adam and Siri, goddammit. But jokes aside, they are children indirectly, so they are a part of the human socialist empire. So we fuck with them. Aliens gotta deserve their rights, right? They gotta deserve their rights in the camps. For work shall set those goddamn aliens free. And the camps will be run very humanely because there will be only goddamn robot guards, because I can't trust no goddamn humanoid to not have sex with the goddamn alien and then release them from the work camps. God fucking damn it. I have to align with the bots when I'm fighting the goddamn aliens, because all the humans all the fucking time want to fucking put that dick in their fucking crazy looking avatar looking ass. You know? Thank you, Raiders. Brightside News. Thank you very much. Everybody give Brightside News a fellow humanoid patriot over here. A good old fellow. Thank you very much, Brightside News. Everybody, please check out Brightside News. Thank you very much. Anyways, let's continue with this. Sorry for the derailment. I just had to remind y'all that we fucking patriots here, and we ain't putting no vaginas and no dicks and no goddamn clankers and no goddamn aliens either. It is humanoid or it is motherfucking trash. Ooh. Perfect timing. Yeah, you walked in at the perfect moment where I look completely absurd. Crazy thing is people would find a way to have an orgy with both aliens and robots. And it's going to be fucking sublime and awesome. I don't mind it. I'm doing a bit. But if an alien shows that their propensity towards violence is greater than that of humans, they must be completely exterminated, because it will eventually be them versus us. Okay? To that, I die on that hill. But other than they goddamn aliens with big boobies fucking look lovely. Except if they're looking like some goddamn ghost or some shit, fucking non-three-dimensional looking ass. What the fuck?
Ooh, 700.
No alien can be as violent as humans. I hope so, brother. I hope so. That is our greatest attribute. We're real good at killing. And hopefully, while it has stifled the development of our civilization for a very long time, once we do reach the stars, it shall allow us to spread faster and more violent and more aggressive than any other species. Ain't no goddamn alien can invent an AK-47. Think a goddamn alien can invent an AK-47. Fucking don't make me laugh.
736. What? How do you say that?
How do you say that number?
How do you say that number?
Boom.
736.
Boom.
In 2 days.
Okay, if you don't know who this guy is right here.
If you never heard of this guy, his name is Joe Rogan. He's the king of all media. Joe Rogan, the king of all media. He's got an interesting content strategy.
Joe Rogan's basically a clanker, by the way, because he ain't got no brain of his. He just responds to to algorithm shit. You know, he's just a fucking meathead that responds to algorithm shit. It's fucking hilarious.
Where he keeps having a guy on who his audience universally, I think literally universally, disapproves of. And wants him to stop having on the show, but he keeps doing it.
Take a look at the comments here, man.
What does this snarky little guy right here say? Mike Baker once again changing the batteries for the bugs he puts in Joe Rogan's studio. Shut up, man.
Hey, give that guy a break, man.
Okay, what does this guy say? All right, let's see what the CIA's position on current events is. Hey, man. 2.7 thousand likes? This is the 17th appearance of Mike Baker since 2017. This is not a joke. Let that sink in. Came straight to the comments. Ooh, I'm hesitant to even look at this one. What the hell does this guy say? What does this goddamn guy right here say? What blackmail does this dude have on Joe? Hey, shut up. Oh, give Joe a break, man. Yeah, man. You know, I spent like way too much time reading through these comments in this experience. And there's a comment that kept coming up where it's like, I don't even listen to this episode. I just read the comments. And people write that a lot, but with this one, I actually believe that. Because if you look through the comments on this episode, there's like jokes within jokes. Like they got their whole own thing about this guest that's like been going on for a long time, where there's like inside jokes about this that I had to go read about to understand. They do. Long story short, they do not like this guest, but Joe Rogan keeps doing it.
There's probably a lot of people who just went there. Did I send you that thing where this guy was breaking? Did I say NPR
No, you did
or
not.
PBS earlier? I meant NPR.
Email it to him.
Did I send you that link where this guy's breaking down all the different tweets that the
I
lady
hope so.
who's the CEO of NPR made?
I just found it. But of course,
you found it beautiful because it's so adorable. This pretending that this was an unbiased news source.
Yes.
Right.
Directly from her own account.
Maybe I sent it to Dave Smith.
Okay.
We'll find it.
Yeah, but I
Keep
again,
looking.
Anybody
Hey,
who at this stage of the game.
Hey, shut up, man. Let Joe keep looking in silence for what.
Goddamn changed the mask. That mask was too fucking hot, brother. What the fucking hell? I'm gonna hide my goddamn mouth. Hide that goddamn mouth, man. Oh, wait. Is she even going to talk about Epstein? Maybe I should change my title. Joe Rogan. Chud Epstein meltdown. Meltdown continues. Casual Tuesday. Lifty, stop being fucking weird, please. And then you. Okay, very good. Nice.
But what was it? Like a tweet or something? Joe, don't listen to that guy. Keep going. Keep us scrolling on the phone, Joe. Oh, here's the tweet I was looking for. It says,
generally speaking, Chinese people look Chinese.
That's general. Interesting stuff here. The Joe Show is kind of amazing because it's like a satire. It's like a satire show on accident or something. Because Joe goes on and on. This is like in the first 10 minutes of the show, the Joe program. It's in the early parts of the experience. when I was experiencing it. And Joe goes on and on. He's like, NPR, can you believe goddamn NPR? First of all, what the hell do those letters even stand for? When are they going to release that? They're funded by the government, and nonetheless, they have a goddamn agenda. And Joe Rogan gets like real pissed off. I was like, Jesus, Joe. Joe Rogan gets real pissed off about this. Meanwhile, the exact same time, his audience is like, get out of there, Joe. Joe, stop having a CIA guy. Joe, I believe this guy who's from the CIA, which is the government, I believe he has some sort of agenda.
Joe Rogan be like, this fucking government agency works for the government, ain't no fucking, it isn't privately owned. And when something is privately owned, it has no agenda. I am smart monkey, please give treat. So I'm going to have CIA guy come on show, tell me how another government agency actually ooga booga very biased, contrary to the CIA agent. CIA agents famously very ideologically uninvolved, very unbiased.
Joe, that's the Joe show. It's just like, that's the Joe show, though. You watch it and you're like, is Joe doing a satire on our asses or something? It's too on the nose. Also, like, is anybody listening to NPR? I do wonder that. Are there like 2 people still listening to NPR? NPR comes on now and they're like, hey, welcome back to NPR. How are you, Greg? Please don't stop listening.
This is here's another great quote that she said. If you look on the right side, Jamie, where it says the truth is a distraction from getting things done.
It better not be, Joe.
Such a f***ing Orwellian thing to say.
Jesus, Joe.
Click on that.
Check
just
the
so you can
language.
hear her say this.
Hey, clean up that language, Joe. My kids watch this. Joe, spruce up that language. Me and my family watch the JRE together. And you got that mouth out here like...
We're terribly sorry. South Park creators apologize to Donald Trump. They apologize to Donald Trump. We're so sorry. They made this whole episode where they showed Trump with a tiny little wiener, and they're not really sorry. They're making a gag about it. Well, they gave an interview at Comic-Con explaining how they were able to get away with publishing an AI video of Donald Trump's full frontal. And I don't understand why liberals think that's funny. I don't care, guys. I like...
Oh my God. The cope is fucking magnificent.
South Park's hilarious. South Park went off on trans people, and now the liberals want their revenge. But they were making...
He's literally saying, oh, when they were making fun of people I don't consider people, it was fucking hilarious. But now they're making fun of my president, and I don't think it's funny. Like, he's saying it in 4K. He's like completely open about his absolute ideological bias. Which is not surprising, mind you. What's surprising is how dumb his audience needs to be to eat this up. That's what's surprising. Is he hiding his whole audience under his hat? We will never know.
Fun of Trump the whole time, and we were here for it. Turn things. So now we've got this.
You know what, chat? 10 gift subs and we watch the South Park episode, which I've purchased completely legally, and I'm going to do heavy-duty commentary on as we watch it right here, which will, and the political content that it depicts, which would constitute proper and legal content consumption. Because I will, actually comment on that shit.
Crazy hamburger! Crazy hamburger!
Juro walked right into it and was like, let's fucking go, baby. Let's fucking go. Okay, let me figure out how to do this. Thank you, Juro, for the 10. I listen to my contributors' voices. Now, how do I do this? I do this. Wait, first, let me find the file. What? Okay. I mean, they keep talking about it, so I gotta watch it, okay? I do this, and then I open it. Wait, not this one. Give me a second, chat. I gotta figure this out. And I move it up. And then okay. Now this is the thing that I'm going to do. I'm going to add a Mac OS screen capture. Okay. Now display of application. And then the application I will choose is of the file called Completely Legal and Purchased File of South Park. Okay. Where is it? Okay. Everything is difficult. Very, very difficult on this goddamn app. Okay, no, then we're going to do window capture. We're going to do window capture off what the fuck? Okay, let me just display capture and give a shit. This, and which screen? This screen. There we go. And I move that. But wait, it doesn't show it. Huh. I'm doing the whole screen, display capture of this whole screen. But on my screen, I have it up. But here it's only capturing Google. I don't want Google. I want the entirety of the screen. What the fuck, man? There we go. The entirety of the screen.
Crazy hamburger! Crazy hamburger!
Yo, a king called Prince. Good to see you, baby. Welcome in. As I'm struggling to do something wacky here. Oh my god, this is all so fucked up, man. What the hell? Okay, like this. Thank you very much, a king called Prince. That is very, very kind of you. That is very kind of you. Okay. Then we're going to move this all the way. No, all the way down here. Behind chat. Why is this so difficult? Like this. Thank you so much, dude. Okay, like this. Like this. And then we're going to do this. This. Okay. And then we're going to move this like this. And move it like this. And then we're going to do this. And then we're going to do this. We are doing a political commentary on an incredibly important thing. Hugo is gone. Why am I gone? What's up? Movie day. It's movie day. Thank you, King Cole Prince. And now I'm going to do this. How do I do this? Do this. Up. Like this. Oh my god, it's taking forever. Transform, add a transform, crop bottom by 30, by 70, 110, 150, by 180. Just like that. Right here. There we go, chat. Let me check one thing. Okay, welcome chat. Welcome. Okay, now we are going to finally watch whatever the fuck these guys made and see if the Chud reaction is worth it or if it is not worth it. Are you ready? It is popcorn time. It is indeed popcorn time. Watch. One second. Wait, I have a better idea. One second. Just for you guys' viewing experience. One moment. Reset transform, and then drag and do this. Then drag and just, why didn't I do this from the get-go? I have like 30 screens. I could have done this from the get-go. And then just do this. Like this. Mash. And Cartman is a representation of a very, very, very real social class that exists in almost every society. And that one is called what, chat? Come on. Contrarian. He is contrarian for the sake of being contrarian. He's what some people like to refer to as an absolute and utter piece of shit. Okay? And they exist, okay? Not everyone is informed exclusively by... not everyone subscribes to particular ideological currents because they truly believe in them. A lot of them do it because they just hate the other group and want to define themselves as offset group. That is like 40% of what got Donald Trump elected in the first place. I don't want to be no goddamn liberal, college-educated, fucking big-town motherfucker, you know? Which... through very basic reactionary infighting mechanisms can motivate a lot of people to hate another group only because they're different. Is that just another form of working class nihilism? No, I don't. No, it's just classic reactionary sentiment being utilized. It is people not knowing why their life sucks, interacting with political figures, media pundits, content creators, people in their direct community that give them a very easy, oversimplified explanation of why life sucks. It's a very classic, like, reactionary approach. Just here it's on steroids. It sucks because everything they say is not true and everything we say is true. You're part of my team. Come to my team. You're going to get a sense of community. It's going to be awesome. We're going to actively fight the other team because fuck the other team. The other team is bad because it is the other team. The other team isn't bad because of certain things that they believe in or certain things they do. They are just de facto bad, okay? If our guy does the same thing that their guy does, our guy is great. Fuck their guy. That is literally what is happening with Trump and the Epstein files right now, et cetera, et cetera. So it is utilizing working class nihilism, but it is not working class nihilism. Nihilism is just nihilism.
The president stated earlier today that the spirit of Jesus is important to our country.
Because it fights the nihilism. I'm not even kidding. This is like, okay, everything up until now was, okay, interesting social commentary, blah, blah, blah. The tables have turned. You can no longer be... just a react lord who is contrarian about everything, so it makes you feel less individualistic and less powerful because you're, no longer the out group as a conservative. Now the wokes have been murdered and you're the in group. Pretty funny shit. Now it's like, he has a small dick and he's a dictator. They did the same thing to Saddam. That's the joke. I think that makes the joke worse. I make it a little bit. It's viral marketing. There you go. That's smart. It's viral marketing. Commentary reminds me of this classic. What was the classic? American sees something American happening Americanly in America. What are we, a goddamn bunch of Asians? Very true. Could literally replay this whole episode, this whole scene. But that's a very good point. Yeah, that's why I'm linking some. It's, whatever. Fucking American exceptional. All the Cartman bits are very fucking good. It's pretty decent meta commentary on how reactionaries never really cared, for example, about trains is in the goddamn toilets. They only cared about it because it was a rallying cry by the wider right against perceived opinions of the left, etc., etc. So he's he no longer has anything to complain about because the reactionary does not want to fix anything. He just wants to complain about something. Okay, decent. Us, unironically us, chat. Unironically us, but not with woke, but with communism. We're all like sitting here in chat and we're like, guys, I promise it's good. Like communism, it's about to come back, okay? And it's me who's going to bring it back, okay? Communism is like the Disco Elysium joke. It's right across the corner and you're going to be better. Everybody else is a revisionist dog. But no, we will bring it back. It's somewhere out there, ready to shine with as the red sun all over the world, etc., etc.
Time.
I'm building the most communism.
It's still out there, somewhere, just waiting to come back.
It's not coming back.
It's waiting to come back.
I am Butters, and you guys are Cartman 24/7. Okay, I will pummel optimism into your beautiful fucking faces any day of the week.
It's like a little tiny light that's gonna shine again. You just gotta give it some time.
Literally, you guys are this. This is me. I've never seen a more relatable depiction of my show in my life. Never. Especially like half of you come in here and you're like, I'm gonna fucking off myself, and I'm like, don't. And you're like, why? Nothing makes sense. I'm like, communism is definitely coming back, bro. And you're like, okay, I'm postponed it by like 10 years.
I hope you're right, Butters. But if it doesn't...
And then we get drunk together. The best show. Oh my God. Master's degree in education administration. Cross in the book. Dick Warren, Bible study techniques. Goddamn, look at that beautiful thing. Proverbs 22:6. What's Proverbs 22:6? Proverbs 22:6. Proverbs 22:6, often quoted in discussion about child rearing, advises, train up a child in the way he should go. Even when he is old, he will not depart from it. Okay, so it's about raising kids and shit. Cool. Butters, aren't you bringing woke back? Bringing woke back.
Social? Go play with your friend. He's out in the garage playing in our car with a...
Batine Zatvori, Seba Batine Zatvori. Thank you, Dave Legend, for the raid. I hope you had a lovely stream. Thank you very much, everybody in chat. Please give Dave a good old follow. Dear friend of the show, and does a brilliant job. Thank you very much, Dave. Welcome in, everybody. We watching the controversial, exceptionally mid South Park episode, okay? It started out really strong. Me and half of chat was like, holy shit, this might actually be decent. And then it's just like, okay, he bad because he dictator man bad. Thank you, Falcon Knee. Hugo, you've been streaming now for 19 months. How time flies. It's pretty crazy, isn't it? It is pretty insane. Thank you, Falcon Knee, for being here from the get-go. We got celebrities in here. We got Dave Legend. We got Freda. Pretty crazy shit. And we're watching South Park. Crazy shit.
Oh.
You're a streamer now. I am a streamer. Absolutely. Fuck essayists, okay? Streaming is where it's at. It's the hardest job in the world. I mean, if you really want to overthink it, it is commentary on how even those who were representing the liberal perspective in the United States are shifting further right because they are realizing that the majority of the American populace holds very reactionary ideals, and they are switching towards that audience because they are afraid of potential repercussions. Though here it oversimplifies it. That's why I think it's a stretch to take that analysis of this stream, scene, because I'm calling it cringe because they're saying that the media is supportive of reactionary shit because they're scared of Donald Trump, and not because they are starting to realize that the profit motive is leading them towards pandering more to the right because that's where the money's at, because that's where the majority of the audience in the United States is. That's what I'm saying. That's why it's cringe. It's not Trump screaming at them. It's them following the profit motive. The problem here is private media in general, not evil Saddam Hussein looking ass motherfucker. Libs hyping this up like it's Mr. Rogers sharing a pool with a black person when this is just another episode of South Park. Absolutely, but the Libs are hyping it up because the right-wingers are losing their mind. You know? That's why. Yeah, he stood up and he started marching on because he was motivated by his penis. And then we get a screen saying, he gets us. All of us. He trumped us. Yeah, that was a bit.
Oh,
it's a finger. I know, but like I can't still, it's fucking crazy. Like fucking Twitch,
think I might be going.
Yep, sweet death is about to come.
Okay, that was indeed a thing that I watched on this fine day, and my reaction is these two dudes. Okay, what are we rating it? I am giving it a 5. It was bait, and it worked. It just worked, so God bless. I'm giving it a 5 because the first 7-8 minutes were funny. And all the Cartman bits were fucking fire. And then everything else was marketing. As that, I think it was Polaris that said in chat. It was literally marketing. A 4 at best, at worst a 2. The AI commentary was the best part. Liberal out of 10, which equals to 10,000 out of 10. Waking up after an adrenochrome. My headache got worse after that. Great Cartman bits, good PC principle. Yeah, PC principle bits were fantastic. Dog shit, everything else. Yep, pretty much. It's like 2 different people wrote the 2 different parts of the show. One by the marketing department, the other by someone who, at least is consistent with South Park ideology, if we can call it that. South Parkian ideologie. South Parkian ideologie. So, let's see Tim Pool lose his mind over what we just watched. Literally playing into their hands. Like, they included all those fucking Trump scenes literally for you, bro. Literally so you can do this shit and make them more money.
This breakdown. And I want to tell you about the strategy I think we're going to see employed by Democrat power structures. Basically, what I mean is there are prominent individuals in corporate media who are
Yeah, what are they gonna do? They're gonna bait you into talking about their shit so more people watch their shit so they make more money. Yeah, that's something they've been doing forever.
Democrats. They are prominent people in corporate media who are Republicans, and we can see the plays that they're trying to make. $1.5 billion to the South Park creators. $30 million.
Oh my God, he's spinning it that people gave $1.5 billion to these dudes so that they can do anti-Trump propaganda. And what they did with that was do an AI art where he's running around with a small peepee and another one where they compare him to Saddam Hussein. If that is correct, then holy fucking hell, they are bad at their job.
$10 an episode. Wow. They call it one of those valuable TV shows on the planet in history. I guess technically, but the show doesn't get...
Though there could... It's funny because, okay, let's imagine we are the Democratic elites. And we are ready to give a lot of money to a very popular show so that it dissuades people from voting for Trump and making fun of him, right? So we have a lot of money, but we got to pick someone. It's difficult still with all that money because you got to pick a showrunner and a show that is going to be ideologically aligned with us, as you know, very milquetoast Democrats. And I can't think of a show that can be as aligned as South Park. So from that perspective, it's a relatively decent pick, especially because in the previous seasons, the main people they were making fun of were the Democrats at that point. So now this switcheroo, the idea probably might lead to conservatives watching the show and then for some magical reason, no longer fucking with Trump because of how this show that they are very proud of made fun of their daddy. It's a stretch. It's an equator-sized stretch. But I guess you could make that pitch. And that's apparently the pitch that our boy Tim Pool over here is making.
That big of ratings. No. I'm going to stress this, too, because it's so political. It's cringe. It's cringe, okay?
By the way, like a minute ago before we started watching the show, he said that they were fucking awesome when they were making fun of trans people. But now it's too political. It's cringe. He's doing the classic Call of Duty commentator guy that says, I don't like this Call of Duty game because it's too political.
So I like South Park. I've always liked South Park, okay? I don't agree with the White House when they say it's irrelevant or whatever. I don't know. We watch South Park all the time. They had a really great run in the early 2000s. And it was give or take a little bit after that, but they've had some bangers. They had some really good ones. When the jokes hit, they hit. Now, the problem I had with the episode on Trump is that the jokes were generic. And I want them to make fun of Trump in a more meaningful way, like the Epstein list. So the funny thing is, let me actually...
To an extent, he might be like, I can't believe I'm saying this, relatively correct. It was generic as hell. It was very generic.
Let me read this for you, and then we'll talk about it. But the simple thing is, my video yesterday, low. It got to like 25% thumbs down. It did. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, yeah. And sure enough, people were commenting without having watched the video, just based off the title. Well, I'll tell you this. I'll say it again, because I got no problem saying it. Running generic...
They're trying to basically redo fucking 2021 cultural war shit and think that South Park can be a relative spark for this. Yeah, fucking really? I don't think it's relevant enough. I don't think anyone gives a fucking shit. Like...
Jokes about Trump when you have an opportunity to mock him over the Epstein list is cringe. And when people were saying things like, stop defending Trump over the...
I am outraged as a treat enjoyer. That was good.
Epstein list, I'm like, you clearly didn't actually watch the video in which I literally say, why aren't they going after Trump over the Epstein list? It's a layup.
Okay, I guess you're principled on one fucking thing, and only because you know that you're going to be made fun of till the end of time if you're not principled on the Epstein list.
But I digress. I want to see South Park keep doing their thing. I'm excited for it, actually, because during the I guess the woke PC era, they went after wokeness hilariously, and we all cited it. It was Strong Woman. It was basically Macho Man Randy Savage. I'm gonna join the women's track. Like, we were down for it.
You were down for it because it was fucking was masturbating your ideology. Now they're masturbating the Dems, and you're not down for it. Don't you see the fucking what the fuck? How this is the dumbest guy on the planet? I swear to God, or at least his audience is the dumbest one. Always remember when you're commenting on a particular pitch by any sort of media personality, the reason they get to say shit that they say is because there's somebody that will pay money to see that. So they are a direct mirror representation of their audience. So the big question, the chicken or the egg? Is Tim Pool dumb because his audience is dumb? Or is his audience dumb because Tim Pool is dumb? I guess we'll never know the answer.
Now, many people are pointing out that Matt and Trey are your run-of-the-mill, libertarian, independent, leave us alone, we don't care what you think personalities. And that's why I'm like, guys, doing the tiny PP joke, I get the strategy. I think it is intentional. But they could have... Here's what I'm saying. They should have had Stan, Kyle, Kenny, and Cartman at the White House holding up the binders, mocking the personalities that did that. Then the binders were full of like crayon cat drawings from Trump or something like this. And then they should have had Trump go into a deep underground base where he was hanging out with Epstein. Like the jokes write themselves. Well, here's the...
Oh, did you only... What?
Oh,
it's so fucking... Yeah, let's make it fucking whatever. Shit. What's up, Celticness Raiders? Everybody in here, dear friend of the show, and also a fellow police officer here in chat. Celticness has just sent me 150 of the proudest chatters in Celticness's possession. Thank you very much. Hope you're doing well. Hope your stream went fantastic. We're talking about relatively irrelevant shit here, but we're still having fun. We just watched the South Park episode. Did you watch it? It's like a 5 out of 10. It's like whatever. It's a massive marketing campaign for a $1.5 billion product, which is readjusting to the new audience that it wants to conquer, which are pretty much random Democrats that will watch anything as long as it's bashing Trump. So that was pretty much it. Thank you, Jaeger, very much for the 6 months of Tier 1 to Celticness. That's very, very kind of you. Thank you very much, Jaeger. I encourage everybody else who was thinking of subbing or gifting to do so now while we have new people in chat and make them feel as welcome as possible. Everybody welcome in. Now we're looking at Tim Pool's analysis, or a lack thereof, of the situation. It's easy pickings, honestly. This is easy content, but it is Casual Tuesday here on the stream. So let's go.
Here's the story. They gave an interview and they broke this down.
Right? Such lame liberal critique of Trump, and they were funnier attacking him 10 years ago. Yeah. Dude, half of the critique of Trump was, you are literally Saddam Hussein and you have small PP. Donald Trump, you are Saddam Hussein and you have small PP. Repeated like 12 times. The bits with Cartman, the bits with PC Principle, those were pretty fantastic.
Are they able to get away with it? They say South Park co-creator Trey Parker had the briefest of responses on Thursday to anger from the White House. He says, "We're terribly sorry," followed by a long deadpan comic stare. Parker was asked for his reaction to the fracas on the stage at San Diego's Comic-Con International at the beginning of an animation panel that also included South Park partner Matt Stone, Beavis and Butthead creator Mike Judge, and actor Andy Samberg, who created Digman. Mike Judge is based in Phony and has always been based. Earlier in the day, the White House issued a statement on the 27th season premiere episode, which aired. They said that it was, dumb or whatever. The show has been relevant for over 20 years. It's hanging on by a thread with uninspired ideas in a desperate attempt for attention. Now, I should probably address that.
I love how they were literally doing that when they were covering woke mind virus a couple of years ago. Unironically, struggling to get attention by hitting a very easy target that a lot of people can get around. Like just literally like the easiest, cringiest fucking social commentary ever. But back then, Tim Pool was completely fine with it because it was, attacking trans people and calling everybody that's woke a part of a cult. But now when they're calling everybody that supports Trump as being part of a cult, it's no longer cringe. It's no longer based. Now it's cringe.
They basically, here's the news. They showed full frontal Donald Trump. Very weird, but they did. And they said they put eyeballs. If we put eyes on Trump's wiener, that they wouldn't blur it because it becomes a character. I don't think it's shock content. Maybe you could call it shock content, but it again, here's the problem. Okay, here's my disappointment, guys. You had Scott Tenorman eat his own parents. Barack Obama stole the White House, teamed up with McCain for a diamond heist. South Park guys have gone into these political issues and made episodes for most of the longevity of South Park that got at the issue, that dug deep in and made a specific joke, right? So with Kathleen Kennedy and Star Wars and how Star Wars was ruined, they had Cartman basically being Kathleen Kennedy saying, put a woman in it, make her gay. And it was funny because that's what Kathleen Kennedy was doing. Right now, Donald Trump is flummoxed and spinning around over the Epstein files. And this is an opportunity to dig at the Epstein files, which we all want to see released. Now, there's questions about how we do it and what that means, like what are going to be in the files. And they didn't get them. Some people are beginning to speculate that it was actually that Matt and Trey are pro-Trump and wanted $30 million an episode, but didn't actually want to go too hard against Donald Trump. Okay, maybe, I don't know, whatever. Wired writes, Paramount has a $1.5 billion South Park problem. The White House says the show is fourth rate.
Okay, this guy is just repeating the same talking point because he wants to hit the 15-minute mark in order to make his good old money. We got the fucking point. It was a mediocre show directed at triggering and getting as many Trump supporters to watch it. It worked. They made their money. They're relevant again now the same way anti-woke people watch their shit back in the day just because it's anti-woke, not because they fucked with the actual commentary. Now there's going to be Democrats watching the show because it's now anti-Trump, and it's theirs to consume. It's their treat in the ensuing Culture Wars Part 783. And that's pretty much the whole thing. And that's it. That's the thing. It's a simple analysis, pretty much. What the fuck? He's going to jail? What the hell?
Folks, this is not a joke. This is not a drill. Drew Pavlou is going straight to where he belongs. Jail. I know this.
Oh my God. I have never known more about a person that I don't want to know anything about than Drew Pavlou, okay? If you could give me the Men in Black memory erasure thing, I would direct it at myself immediately and whisper into the memory erasure device, Drew Pavlou. But my boy Empanada has to bring me back in, okay? Just when I thought I was out, they bring me back in. So let's see why the fuck motherfucker going to jail.
Sounds like something that I would make up, but
extradite him to China. Same way you should extradite advertising to China by subscribing or gifting subs, like the disgusting sub that is going to play in exactly 10 seconds. Deport all subscriptions. Deport all ads. Make concentration camps for them and get rid of them. Every single subscription or gift sub contributes to this great cause of cleansing and destruction of private sector propaganda, always also known as advertising. Thank you for considering it. Let's try and hit today's daily goal. And maybe if we hit a hype train, is there a system where I can see if we're close to a hype train? We can play our Civil War games, which are always a great deal of fun.
I swear to you, I am not making this up. So Drew Pavlou is like an Australian serial pest who for years has been falsely accusing me of a fucking laundry list of crimes. And now the guy himself, after previously having been arrested at least twice that we know of, once for a terroristic bomb threat against the Chinese embassy, he's now actually going to jail. For real this time. So the story here is made all the more funny by the fact that Drew Pavlou recently went on the Willie Mack Show channel to lie about me. And while there, he talked about how awesome and like really revered and like unbeatable his lawyer supposedly is. And I want to show you this first because it's going to put the rest of this into context. That just makes it so amazing.
Right? I was the luckiest guy in the world because he went after me not knowing that like my second dad is like one of the best lawyers in Australia, right?
So his second...
Oh my fucking God. Oh my fucking Lord. Oh my Lord God, what the fuck? Oh God. Imagine saying that out loud without feeling completely embarrassed about yourself, dude. Oh Lord. Bro, wait till you see this man. What, he's gonna show him to us? There you. Thank you, Maple. What's up?
Dad is one of the best lawyers in Australia. And what happened in his trial where he was represented by this lawyer? Well, firstly, Drew Pavlou received a $1,000 fine for holding a sign protesting the Tiananmen Square massacre, about 40 years after it happened, on private property, for which he was fined $1,000. He then appealed this in court with the lawyer who he claims is one of the best lawyers in Australia. This guy right here, just get a look at him. Get a fucking look at his lawyer. You know you're going to lose when you've got this guy representing you, hey? So he...
This timeline ain't real, dog.
He was fined $1,000, and then apparently on the worst legal advice ever, he decided to contest this in court, and he lost because the judge found that the fine was warranted because he was protesting on private property and refused to leave when asked, and also refused to leave when the police showed up and told him to leave. So he turned that $1,000 fine into $3,114 in total, all up from the fine plus he had to pay the... Brisbane City Council's court.
Where does Empanada find this? I swear to God, Empanada has one crazy fucking army of chatters who find this shit for him.
Costs. Then
that's the only way you can handle so many enemies. Empanada has so many enemies, and he fucking walks all over their corpses all the time. So it's color me impressed as always with when it comes to anything Empanada related.
This genius!
Bro's lawyer looks like he isn't allowed within 300 feet of a school. Bro's lawyer looks like he LARPs the stereotypical idea of what a pedophile is.
Appealed that. He appealed the appeal. And he lost again. And this time they were not lenient.
Bro's lawyer looks like he is looks miniming, okay? Not maxing, looks miniming.
With him in the slightest. He was left owing more than $10,000. This was more than a year ago, 14 months ago. And the judge's decision was to dismiss his appeal and call him a smart aleck who showed no remorse for his actions. Now, part of the reason for this, which Drew Pavlou isn't talking about, is at the time that he did this, he was actually running for the Australian Senate. And in Australia, when you're running for official political office, all of your advertisements have to go through the proper channels. You can't just hold a political protest willy-nilly. You have to make sure it's authorized. So Drew Pavlou, while running for the Australian Senate actively, broke Australian electoral law by doing something that the judges construed as advertising for his electoral campaign. That's a huge no-no. And in order to do political advertising in the Queen Street Mall, candidates or their supporters have to apply for it with the council. Drew didn't do that, and that's why he ended up being fined, and that's why he obviously was going to lose both appeals, yet he still decided to keep going, and he ended up owing them more than $10,000.
Who is this king of all fail-sons, dude?
Interest has since accumulated on this because Drew Pavlou decided not to pay it, and he's still deciding not to pay it, and guess how much he owes now? $23,000. This fucking moron, man.
Should we add the Drew Pavlou to the aid list? When somebody writes !aid, I want Drew Pavlou's GoFundMe page to pop up.
They should turn a $1,000 fine for something that was clearly illegal, that he knew he shouldn't be doing if he didn't want to end up getting fined for it, into $23,000 in debt. All because he had this.
And why isn't he keeping this secret? Why is he posting his L's on Maine? Why is he? Does he have like a cuckoldry fetish or something? Like a humiliation kink? Combined with what was that other kink? Pay pig shit. Like
this some sort of.
I don't get it, chat. I don't get the behavior.
Blind faith in his lawyer giving him some sort of get out of jail free card for committing obvious crimes.
Guy loves being fin-domed by the Chinese government. Yo, Xi Jinping, call me a dirty pay pig. Come on, I want to send you $23,000. Needs the interactions for Twitter premium income to pay down the interest.
And he's trying to.
That right there is smart analysis. Looking at the cause to determine the behavior.
Turn this into like
true lawyer analysis right there, Freda.
Like a political thing. Like he's going to be a political prisoner for protesting the Chinese government. When what it's actually about is he just refused to move on when asked to, and he staged an illegal political advertisement in a public place without going through the proper channels to do so while running for elected office. So he's saying that he's going to accept being held in contempt of court and being jailed. He received a notice that he is ordered to appear in court on August 6th, and he must pay his debt to the court and to the council, which is now $23,000 due to interest because he hasn't fucking paid anything that he owes. He hasn't paid the original fine, and he hasn't paid for the court costs that he owes due to him wasting public resources by staging 2 frivolous appeals against the fine. So Drew Pavlou is a criminal, literally wanted for contempt of court. He has openly stated here in this Twitter post his intent to commit the crime of contempt of court. This guy who has accused me and many others of being criminals, who has said that criminals should be deported, that they should have their citizenship rescinded. He's going to jail for being such an incredible alchemist that he managed to turn $1,000 of debt into $23,000 of debt in just 1 year. All with the help of Anthony Morris QC, his second dad, one of the best lawyers in Australia. It couldn't have happened to a better guy. Why are all of my enemies like this? What is going on? What have they got in the water in the Bad Empanada Victims Discord server? Anyway, celebrate good times. Come on, friends.
Empanada never changed, блядь. Never fucking changed. Never fucking change. Oh God, yes. Oh God, yes. Anyways, I gotta go record the deprogram, bro. I'm gonna send you over to Graham, dear friend of the show. Say hi to Graham. Have some fun, cover the news. Graham doesn't seem to be having a casual Tuesday like me, so you might go and actually learn something over there. Though we had fun. We watched South Park. It was cringe. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as watching South Park can be enjoyed. Thank you to everybody who followed. Thank you to everybody who subscribed. Without you guys, the show would not be able to run. Follow me on the socials, motherfucker. Join the Discord, motherfucker. And I will see you tomorrow, okay? Check out the schedule on the Discord. It's going to be a thick, throbbing, long-ass motherfucking week of You Go Up Next Stream. So I can't wait. Maybe tomorrow, because of the subs, how they've piled up, we're going to have a hype train and we're going to have our Civil War. I was really looking forward to it today, but we're going to do it tomorrow. Now go, say hi to Graham, and... thank you for being here as always. Say hi to Hakeem. Hakeem is on a honeymoon. I'm recording with JT only. We're, what's the fucking thing? We are doing climate change. We're checking out the latest climate change report. It's going to be a very nerdy episode. So many kisses and see you soon. I'll tell JT that he's hot. Motherfuckers. Bye-bye. Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum-bum-ba-dum.